Hmm. Okay, the energy has to come back. It's like the energy god needs to get things together. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. What's up, beautiful people? Good evening. It's your favorite village boy, Mr. Ghana, baby, and I'm back again with another live stream. I was supposed to have this live stream by 8 o'clock, but I think it's still not too late. 30 minutes late because I had to go to the street of Nairobi, get some few drone shot. But flying drones in Nairobi, you gotta be careful. So you gotta hide, do things the way it is, and yeah. We are back again. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you are. First of all, tell me which country that you're from. I want to know which country watch me more. Just let me know which country you're from, first of all, before we continue the show. Yeah, just let me know which country you're from. Thank you so much. Greetings, Watermaya, and everyone. Lawrence the pilot, I see you. Lawrence the pilot. It's been a long time. How is Pretoria, South Africa? Yesterday, this topic came up when I was doing a live stream with my audience, trying to open up with them. And I mean, some people came up and said, Maya, do you think Africa will ever unite? And I started a show yesterday. I mean, people came on the show saying that, yeah, they think Africa will someday unite. Some people were saying Africa will never unite. But like I always do, I know I have a community. I know I have people who are always here to watch your favorite boy, Mr. Ghana, baby. So this platform is for everybody. So I'm waiting to have 500 people on the show, and I'm gonna start the show as soon as possible. Like I'm gonna send you a link. You come in here and come and tell me, do you ever think that Africa will ever unite? And tell me why. There are people in there that will be taking note of whatever you say. For me, I'm just going to be here and I'll be asking you the questions that happen. Okay, please, what happened? What happened? So, hi, I forgot to read the comment of the where you from. Let me know where you from, please. Please. Let me know where you're from. Tonight is gonna be a great show. Don't go away. But please, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to like the video. It's very important. Like the video, each and every one of you. Please do me a favor and like the video. Do me a favor and like the video. Thank you. Do me a favor and like the video. Do me a favor and like the video. Do me a favor and like the video. I've seen somebody watching me from Nairobi, Kenya, Philippines, Nigeria, watching from the UK. Hi, what am I watching from New York, Somalia, Dubai? Wow. Yes, if Swahili becomes a common language, Asante Sana. Watching you from Italy, okay, Netherlands. Wow. Hi, Maya. Hi from Ghana. I'm your village auntie. You don't know to call into the live stream. Okay, village auntie. I'll send you the link and then you all can join. My app picks only 10 people at a time. So please, after every 10 people, we're gonna pick extra 10 and extra 10 till I get tired and we end the show. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like the stream. Can we get 300 likes before we start the show? Thank you. You get 300 likes before we start the show. So if you know you haven't liked the video, please like the video. Thank you. Watching you live from Ghana, watching you live from the state, United States. Okay. Hi, Maya from France. Okay. Hi, I'm watching you from Kenya. I'm watching from Dubai. To stop all the tribal war. Watching you. Yes, Africa will ever unite. So if you think Africa will unite, you come in here and tell me why you think Africa will unite. And you can also come in here and tell me why you think Africa will never unite. All right. We just want to pick up this survey and then we're going to see what exactly the problem is. Thank you so much. And from Djibouti, I've seen people watching from India, live from Italy, watching from Hamburg. Wow. Hello from Grenada. Okay, so I guess people are watching me all over. So 295 people. Now it's time to start the show. Will Africa ever unite? Please, when you come in here, make it simple, make it faster, so that other people can get a chance to come over here. Dennis Nunu, it's going to be a long way, but I'm hoping so to be amazing. We're all hoping so. Okay, bring the dashboard together with positive moves. Yeah, make Africa, it's not make Africa great again, it's make Africa home again. Don't turn your back on Africa. It's time for us to come together and build Africa together. If the politicians are not doing it, we, the individuals, we, the citizens of the continent, needs to come together and start building Africa together. I mean, the things that have been showcasing on the continent makes me feel like, yes, people are waking up and people are taking the mantle in their own hands and developing Africa by themselves. Yeah, but Kenya is amazing, man. Kenya is amazing in terms of infrastructure. You'll see the drone shots. You'll see the drone shot. So I'm gonna send the link. It's time to start the show. It's time to start the show. So I'm gonna send you the link. First 10 people pick it up and we start. Thank you. Yes, so I've already sent the link. Please let me know who is gonna be my first caller. Somebody saying also you can also comment in the chat room. Let us know what you think, even if you are not here. Let us know what you think in the chat room. Every comment will be taken into consideration. Thank you so much. I wonder why people don't believe in Africa uniting frequent in this space. Okay. So we're almost at 200 likes. Don't forget to like the video. This one is saying that greetings to you, Watermaya. You are the epitome of true visionary of how great Africa can and will be. Wow. So I got my first caller in here. Hi, Lamon.
Hey, what am I here? What's happening?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good to see you. I've been watching you for a while. First time I've ever been on your show. Appreciate you picking me.
You're the first person to be on the show. So the question is, do you ever believe that Africa will unite someday?
Man, I hope so, but there's so many different countries out there and so many different ideas, so many different leaders. It doesn't seem possible, man, but I would hope so.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, everybody's got a different way of thinking and they're used to ruling a certain way. What do you think?
For me, I can't be. I know what I'm thinking right now. I just don't want to bring it out right now, but I just want to listen to people because for me, I think that it's happening on the internet, but in real life, is it really happening? So I just want to just get to know people on the ground. Let us know that is Africans uniting? Are Africans uniting, or will Africa ever unite someday? Yeah, but where are you calling us from? Where are you right now?
I'm in the U.S., but I'm in Montana. I don't live here, but I'm working in Montana, USA. Not a lot of black folks here.
Oh, okay.
I'm nervous about November 3rd because nice speaking to you too.
You said something. You're saying something.
I'm nervous about November 3rd. We pick another president here in the United States, and the people in Montana. They're very passionate about who they want. And me being the only African American here in Montana, I'm a little nervous.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Okay. Thank you. So that was from Lamond. Let us know what you also think. I have. Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine too. And you?
Great. Do you think that Africa will ever unite?
Yes, Africa will. Sorry, my English is not good. Still, Africa will unite one day, but not for now, because now we have to break a lot of barriers. It's like what is happening currently in my country. I'm from Ivory Coast. I'm close to Ghana. And we are currently have a problem because we are in the election time. The election was yesterday, but the president now want to go for a third mandatory, and the constitution doesn't allow him. And yesterday, during the vote, people decided to like break all the like when people vote like in the small box, people enter in the vote home, like where people vote, they break all the vote there. Like they've done a lot of things to like to no vote, like to spoil the election. And now people are saying that they
right now.
What?
Are you safe? Are you safe?
I'm safe. Where I'm living, I'm safe. Like, but Ivory Coast currently is not safe at all. Like,
wow.
Like since the thing has started, 70 people died. And just today, there died 4 people in the north, in the center of Ivory Coast. They died, yes, 4 people in the center of Ivory Coast because they say that they are not they don't support the current president. They killed them, these 4 people, and they put the body in the river. And this river, there's a lot of crocodile there. You see? And currently, Ivory Coast is not safe at all. I meet you in Accra Mall. Do you remember you were with your girlfriend?
I remember.
Yeah, and I moved to come in Ivory Coast. I'm supposed to go back in Accra. But with what happened, I even scared to take my bag to go to the airport. Like and the problem we had, that's why I say Africa can be united, but not now. We have a lot of things to do. And especially for Francophone country like us in Ivory Coast, it's terrible. Since yesterday, people are dying. Even now, I'm in house, I can go out. And I'm thank God, maybe I'm in a residential place. But for people who live maybe in the poor place or this thing, is so terrible. If you walk and people realize that you are not from the party, they kill you. Since even today, they kill a guy. They are killing. Before yesterday, they are killing people. So now that even I just finished to bath and I saw on the TV that I started to give some information about like the result of the election or this thing. But we know that the current president is forcing for a third mandatory and is the one who are going to win. But is not credible. You see, so for African to change everything, we must work on the on our constitution, because we realize that this current ECOWAS we have in West Africa is ECOWAS of president, is not ECOWAS of citizen. You see, is only that's why actually it's not because you are Ghanaian, but actually for Ivorian are very angry against Ghanaians. That's the thing I didn't want to tell, but I'm telling you now. Ivorian are very angry against Ghanaian because they say that Nana Akufo-Addo gives support to our current president. You see, and Nana Akufo-Addo was making himself like he want to make himself like arrange like, how can I say, before the election, this current president, it was not possible for him to go for a third mandatory, and he could now with Nana Akufo-Addo. People say that he was the one paying for Nana Akufo-Addo campaign. And because of that, Nana Akufo-Addo wanted to resolve everything. Even he invite our old president named Henri Konan Bedie in Ghana. Maybe he didn't heard about it. He invited him in Ghana to say, oh, you have to leave the current president, do a third mandatory. And after that, when our old president left Ghana, he called our current president now to laugh at our old president. And actually, Ivorian are very wrong. Even people from Africa wanted to go to attack a place where we found a lot of Ghanaian in Ivory Coast. It's called Tresville. But yeah, people are very angry because they say that Nana Akufo-Addo like is spoiling. And that one now, when people want to resolve things like in Ivory Coast, currently the country is like a mess. I'm telling you. And actually, how can I say? Actually, when they want to resolve something like diplomacy thing with the opposition, actually, they want to deal with people from East Africa, like Kenya, South Africa, and this thing. Even no more than yesterday, Thabo Mbeki, like the old South African president, like he sent a letters to the African Union, because the African Union wanted to send some people to observe the election. Then this election have not been approved by the African Union court. You see, but because our current president again paid the money to the president of African Union to come to send people to observe the election, and this thing are going to legalize the third mandatory of our current president.
All right.
If it was no Thabo Mbeki, yes,
we're so sorry about
I know that. Yes, so that's why I say African continent can be united, but we have to break all the rules. We have to make sure that the constitution and all this like so-called Union of African belong to the people, doesn't belong to the president. That's the thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to say thank you so much for sharing what's happening in Ivory Coast right now to us.
Yeah.
Really wanted to give you time to say more, but there are more people behind the scene. But hey, let's all do this. We stand with Ivory Coast. Can I get a hashtag? We stand with Ivory Coast.
Because we are a francophone country, people really don't know many things about us.
What is going on? Like,
people are more focused on Nigeria, on.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, but I couldn't read the French, so I didn't really understand what was going on. I tried to translate.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
I mean, the current president won.
Even people are now, they are so much angry. They say, if a new president come, except this one, if a new president come, like you are talking about United, Ivory Coast, everything, but they say if the new president come, they are going to sack all the foreign in the country. I'm telling you, they say they're going to sack all the foreign of the country, and they want to Ivory Coast. People from the opposition that are talking right now, that people, even Ivorian, are very angry. They say they want to withdraw from ECOWAS and create their own currency. They want to withdraw from the ECO like currency too. We had a lot of people who realize that all this institution is for president, it's not for people. You see, and we want to work like to break all this barrier. I'm telling you, because people want to withdraw for ECOWAS. According to this thing that are facing, Nana Akufo-Addo is not a good example at all. I'm telling you.
All right, brother. I just want to say thank you for sharing what is going on in front in Ivory Coast. I just wanted to thank you so much. But please, let's all do this together. We stand with Ivory Coast, brother. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you. And I hope you come back to Ghana quickly. And I'll see you when you get to Ghana.
No problem.
Thank you. Can we do this? We stand with Ivory Coast. Thank you so much. We start with Ivory Coast. And like it's really sad of what is going on in African countries. Sometimes it's hard to talk about politics, but this is why I say that I don't. It's like best of the same feathers. That is why when an issue happens in Nigeria, and a president from another country cannot talk about it because you have no right to talk about it. You know. My goodness. Okay. Anyway. Hi.
Hi.
Brother. Good.
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. This is my first time anyway.
Wow. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to
Thank
see
you. Thank you.
The question on board is like, will Africa ever unite?
My brother, never.
Why do you say so?
It's actually it's very hard to say, but that's just the gospel truth. Let me ask you a question. In Ghana, is Ghana, to be sincere, do you think Ghana is united?
No.
Same thing in my country, Nigeria. We are not united. You go to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is not united as one country. You go to, mention the country in Africa. They are not united. Now leave the shores of Africa. You go to the Caribbeans where it's the blacks. The Caribbeans, they are not united. So generally, we have a big problem, and the only person that can solve that problem is God. Black nation can never unite. Never. I'm sorry to say this, but that's just the gospel truth. Even within your your own family, there is no unity. Not to talk of a local government. From local government, I talk of a state in your country. Like for instance, now you go to Nigeria now, in a state, sometimes you might have like about 3 different languages there, or 6 or 7. Do you think those people will unite? Do you think they're going to unite? Never. Because if I bring my own idea, the other person will say, "Oh, my friend, will you shut up there? Are you from my side? How can you speak for me? You don't have to speak for me." And that is it. So we can never unite. If Nigeria comes up with an idea now, Ivory Coast might go against it. Oh, why would Nigeria speak for us? Blah blah blah. Even in the West, in the ECOWAS, there is no unity in the ECOWAS. There is no unity. That is why ECOWAS is not even functioning. No, the country that actually made up ECOWAS, they don't respect each other. They don't take advice from each other. So how do you think we are going to unite? Never. We're not going to unite. I'm sorry to say that. See, I live in United Kingdom. What do you know? The greatest problem I've ever come across in United Kingdom is with my fellow African people, Black. But when I have never for one day, I've spent 10 years in United Kingdom, I have never for one day encountered any problem with any white man or white woman. If I go for anything, the people that will help me out, they are the white ones, the British people. But an African man or African woman will never. They always want you to suffer. They always want you to go through pains for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And it's not so. If I have any problem in this country, United Kingdom, I tell you, my brother, it is my fellow African brother or woman that is actually putting me in that pain. I tell you, we don't like ourselves. We don't help each other. See, if an Indian man come to United Kingdom, if 5 of them come to United Kingdom and 5 maybe Ghana or Nigeria come the same time, the same date, the same day, after 5 years, go back and check, take an account of those 5 Indians and 5 Ghana, 5 Nigeria. You will see that the Indians, those 5, they've already gotten their own house, everything, they've settled down. But Ghana, Nigeria, or whatever, especially Ghana and Nigeria, they are the top notch in United Kingdom. Ghana and Nigeria, they will still be struggling. They will still be struggling. And those 5 Indians that came into United Kingdom the same day with them, they've already achieved a lot of things. They've gone ahead. They've gone far. But because we don't help ourselves as Africans, as Black, that is why we are still behind. We are still behind. We only achieve things in this country as individual. We don't achieve things collectively. And that is why Africans, if they call us shit o, yes, we are shit o, because we only think for ourselves. We don't think as one. And that is why it's easy for them to break into Africans, to break into the Blacks, to destroy them, because we are not together.
Okay. Let me know. Hold on for me. Let me know what you think in the chat room, please. Do you agree with the brother in here? Please feel free. We are here to discuss. We are here to have a conversation. This is something that somebody is behind writing everything down, because I know that it's going to take a long time today. But please, when you come in here, make it a jiffy so that we'll be able. But let me know. Do you agree with Brother Christopher? Let me know in the comments. Somebody saying he has a point. Somebody said, no, I don't agree. Said the brother is speaking. Oh, okay. So somebody saying, I'm 100%. I am 100% agree. Somebody saying, no, I don't agree. No, he's wrong. No, I don't trust racists. So no. Okay, don't agree at all. Some people are saying very true. So true here in the US, the same thing. This is what people are saying in the comment section. Brother Christopher, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing
right.
what you do with us, and I really appreciate your time. And let
You're
me
welcome.
stay tuned. You can read the comment section and what
All right.
people are saying. Okay, thank you.
Okay. All
All
right.
right,
Thanks. Bye.
thank you. All right,
Yeah.
appreciate it. All right, so please, if you just joined, do me a favor and like the stream. Please do me a favor, hit the like button. I got over 700 people watching me right now, but just 229. Please do me a favor and like the stream before I continue. Can I see over 700 likes, because it's 724 people watching me? So I guess I need to get over 700 likes right now. Thank you so much for liking the stream. Thank you so much for liking the stream. I appreciate you all. I still got people in here. Don't go anywhere. I see each and every one of you. I've seen Wise Nubian Activist, your next, and I see Central, Brian. Is it Brian? Sorry. Okay. And I've seen Wright, Isma, Tolu, okay, and Dr. Solomon are the last person on my list. So please, let me talk to them. Please make it a jiffy so that we'll be able to talk to more people. Thank you. Hi, Wise Nubian.
Greetings. How are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I've been watching you for a very long time. I've been trying to let you know about me in the U.S. because what you started when you was all the way in China, I was trying to encourage you to do what you're doing now, and I'm happy you're doing it. But of course, no one had a chance to hear Wise Nubian tell you this, because I've been on over 13 years on YouTube trying to get people to be aware of going back to the motherland, getting connected to the culture, so on and so forth. But what I really want to say to you, my young brother, is that, I want to encourage you to let people know the facts about the motherland. The motherland is beautiful, but the fact is, like you said, can we ever unite in the motherland? Only if we get rid of all of Western and Asian culture. The reason why I say this, because we have our own culture, our own history, our own sciences, our own people that never get the acknowledgement that they deserve. You have shown some of the most beautiful places on the motherland. You have shown medical facilities top notch. You have done things that no one else has done. And look, you're only known on YouTube. You should be known everywhere, but they're not going to promote you because you're not what they want to see. You're a dark skinned, chubby, beautiful young man, and nobody sees you for who you are because they don't want that image to be promoted. If you're not a government official, if you're not someone who's sucking up to the European culture, then they don't want you to be known. And this is why you're doing a great job. Just like Ike Akon, he's doing a great job. I hope you one day interview him as well. I want you to continue to do what you're doing. I know it's a huge challenge. I support you. But the question is, until we give up Western culture, Western ideologies, Western religion, including Arab religion, we have to come back to our culture. We have to love our people. A lot of people can't stand me when I say this. I mean, they block me, they kick me off their show. They don't want me to talk this way, but it's the truth. The only way we can acknowledge and respect ourselves is know who we are. Once we know who we are and we start talking to our ancestors, our elders, and the ones who have survived the Holocaust that's been in the motherland since slavery, that's what colonialism is. That's why the people in the motherland don't know what the people in Western doing. And that's why you got more Western people of color, more into the culture than it is in the motherland. Because they don't know, because we're unconnected. Until we start telling the truth. Okay? Yeah, he's a chubby, handsome man. I'm old enough to say that. But anyway, as I was saying, the fact of the matter is we have to remember how strong we have to be. We have to remember how unified we are. We have to remember how important that we are to be strong. In order for us to do that, we have to work together, help each other, support each other. I support you. You let me know how I support you. You need to know me, so you support me. I've been an activist for over 30 years. I've been trying to push our culture and awareness among our people. Okay, we can't look down on our traditional cultures just because Europeans tell us it's not appropriate. We can't judge our darker skinned people as unattractive because Western culture says it's not available. We are extremely beautiful in our heart, in our mind, in our spirit. The only way we can accomplish our goals is work together with our people throughout the diaspora. The continent is so big that you can fit America in 2.5 times. China, maybe two. Everywhere in the world, the whole continent of our continent, we engulf them. Yet they claim we're only 50 countries. Not true. We have over 1,000 countries. They're not counting everybody because they're not associated with with Western culture. They're not acknowledging their history and their concept. When you go to Ethiopia, they're on a whole nother year, a whole nother time schedule. So we have to remember how powerful we are. If anybody go to the global satellite and you see the continent, it takes up half of the world. Think about that. We are very powerful and they are extremely scared of us. That's why every country is trying to take from us, steal from us, manipulate from us, and cause confusion among us. Until our people come together, we will always be disconnected from the realities that function within the fundamental facts of our land. Do you understand me, young man?
I understand you. I don't have to say that is the old man or young because I'm young man and you are the old man. But I just want to say thank you. But let me know in the chat room if you really agree with him. If not, why you don't agree with me. Let's know in the comment section. Wise Nubian activist, thank you so much for talking to me and I appreciate your time.
No problem. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Hey, it seems today you guys are not going to allow me to go today because when you come, because I've seen a lot of people want to join. So please, when you come, make it a jiffy. Let us know what you think. Do you think that Africa will ever unite? Please make it quick so that we can have a lot of people because I'm just one man who's sitting here talking to everybody. Please, let's make it simple so that everyone can join because I really want to talk to more than 50 people today. Yeah, thank you. All right. Hi.
Oh.
Hey.
How are you?
You guys are around?
Very well.
Yeah.
What the fire?
Oh, for the first time. I watched your video.
You said?
I watch your videos. Good to see
wow.
you for the first time.
We watch you always.
All right. Let me know. Do you think Africa will ever unite?
Very well. We
Why
believe Africa will unite if only we'll do one thing.
What is it?
We only need to credit an account and debit the other account. The first account that we need to debit is selfishness. We need to debit selfishness out of our lifestyle, out of the way we think, out of our model. Then we need to credit an account called love. Most times we think so much about ourselves that we've forgotten that others are passing through the same pain that we think we are going through. Wadimaya, you are a vlogger. Yeah. We are a vlogger. If I see your vlog and I say trash about what you are doing, and I think I will grow by trashing what you are doing, that is the beginning of failure. Africa needs to ask themselves this question. What model are we using to develop Africa? We can't use foreign model to develop our father's land and we think we'll progress. See, whatever challenge we are having all across Africa, it is a single solution. We need to jettison foreign influence, negative foreign influences. Once we debit that out of our lifestyle, and we grow what we usually call Africa-centric system of education. If you are not there, and I can say good thing about you, if I'm not there and you can say good thing about me, that's why you are from Ghana and from Nigeria, that is how Africa will grow. But what do we do instead? The last time you came to Lagos, we tried all our best, myself and my wife, to reach you.
The persons that
you understand? We tried all our best to reach you because we love you all the way from when you were doing your stuff in China. Until Africa have that same kind of love that you are not looking at, this is my tribe. Don't let us go too far. Look at Nigeria. You know what you have been passing through in this country. Even my discussion with you on this channel now, I have to be very careful. If not, one can be picked up. Yes, it's as bad as that. In my last video, I was looking for where to go to. I'm not talking of, I did a video looking for how to get out of this country, not to the Western world, because I don't believe in all those green land somewhere. I was looking for how to get to Tanzania. Tanzania happens to be some place in Africa that is making sense now.
We even watched your video.
They are moving closer to Africa-centric system of revitalization. They are not allowing foreign influence to dominate them. Ghana, Nigeria, every other, Cote d'Ivoire, whatever. This was not our name. We were a single people that have been divided by foreign influences. They came, they put the borders that were not supposed to be there, that were not there in the same place, in the first place. And we begin to see ourselves as rivals. We are no rivals. We are black men anywhere we get to. Look at your program. You've been going to different places, trying to sensitize, to sell nations, to sell broader African countries. And anytime you talk about a little negative thing that they do there, everybody turns against you. We need to remove that kind of lifestyle. People should call a spade a spade. People should forget about, see, the challenge we have in Nigeria, Nigerians are lovable people. Let's even use Nigeria as an example. Nigeria are lovable people. But the people that brought in the 1914 whatever amalgamation, they came with bad mindset to divide us against each other on the basis of religion. I don't care to know what religion you practice, Wodimaya. So far I'm seeing your lifestyle that you are always wishing others well. I love you for that. And that's why we continue. All my children, they are sleeping now. They used to call your name. The way you used to call your name.
How do you say that?
Mr. Ghana, baby. That is what it should be. We are not struggling over anything. We should not be fighting over anything. Do you know what? Last year, we sold our only property to assist the African youth. We never knew this would come up today, that the same African youth will be on the streets destroying properties because they have not been fed. Is that how life should be? Is that how life should be? It was after we did that program, I now saw what you were doing, talking good about African countries and the likes. I was like, wow, this has been my heart cry all this while. Let me tell you, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. There is no forming. I'm an economist. My wife is an economist. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm an economist. My wife is an economist. But we dropped those rubbish they were teaching us in school. Those are not going to put food on our table. What we went to is into fashion. And from there, we are now training people, empowering youth. We saw your program that you were doing. That now helps us to shape our plan to assist African youth. I'm not saying this. I'm saying this for the whole world to know. I don't care. You have a brilliant idea. People like you and I, we are the youths in this continent. We should show love to ourselves. We should support ourselves. We should come together and forget about these old people. These old people are not reasoning the way we are reasoning. These old people, they will continue to look for their selfish interests. They want to count paper. How many rooms can they sleep in a day? How many cars can they drive at one time? Whereas we see our African youths, they are busy getting hungry every day. Yesterday, we just assisted a girl that lost the father, the mother, and that girl would have turned to either a prostitute or could have been used as an element to scatter any country. But because we have the mindset of not being selfish, we are not rich. We are not, I can show you my house. We are not the rich type or what have you, but from the little we have, we are willing to share. That is what Africa should start thinking about. Not packing the money from Africa, sending it to the UK that are calling us shitholes. The UKs are collecting the money, they are using it to develop themselves, and they are still calling us as corrupt. Who is more corrupt? The same people that are dividing us are the same people that are forming unreasonable care for us. My wife wants to say something. I'm so sorry for taking. Whenever I talk about Africa, it gets to my nerve.
So sorry for taking this time. But it's a pleasure. I appreciate you. I honor you. I'm so delighted to meet you today. To everyone on the stream, I just have this word. Maybe you've heard before. Somebody said, I tried to change the world. I couldn't do it. I tried to change my continent. I couldn't do it. I tried to change my country. I couldn't. I tried to change my state. I couldn't. I tried to change my family. I couldn't. So I changed myself. By the time myself changed, I changed my mentality. I saw that what the man needs help, I help him. He needs care, I give him that care. Then I saw that by the time I did it to him, he's doing it to another person. Then before I know it, my state is changed, my nation is changed, and that's just what will change Africa. Change, be the change. Let me be the first person to do it. Don't wait for another person. Don't complain. And by the time we do it, Africa will definitely unite.
And we should never address each other as Ghanaian, Nigerian, Togolese. We are black men. We are black men.
Brothers.
We are brothers. We are Africans. Let's leave all these names. They gave us those names. Those were not our names. Just the same way they named Kinta Kinte out of nowhere. Is killing. Is killing. We are not in the government, but we have been able to assist few African youths. We've turned their life around. People have this money and they are taking it out of the continent, dropping it into the hands of those that will still come tomorrow and abuse us and call us shitholes. I'm so sorry. It's painful. What am I?
Hold on. A special shout out to the Central Vlogs family. I've posted a link. In here. This is their YouTube channel. I got to know them during the lockdown period, and I've been watching them, even though they don't know. Immediately they got here, I told them that, yeah, I've been watching their videos. So this is the link to their YouTube channel. I've already posted it. Please make sure you click on it and go subscribe and go support them. They are Nigerian family. Yeah, so that is the channel. You wanted to say something again?
We don't want to take much of your time. Wadimaya,
we have a lot to do
we love you from the depth of our heart, even if we don't have any subscriber. And you are advancing, because I even look at your channel. By now, you should be talking of millions of subscribers. But we know what is happening to African bloggers, African vloggers, and the likes of them. Africa should change. If you wake up tomorrow and you decided to create a platform for Africa, it is still the same Africans that will talk it down. We should desist from that. We should support our brothers. And I'm so glad meeting with you. And we'll maybe later off stage, we can have your contact so that we can do some other things together, please.
We reach out to you on Instagram.
We'll talk. Just send me a message on Instagram. My PA is listening and she's gonna respond to you. Hello? Oh my God, I lost them. All right, so I think I lost them. This is the link to their YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to them. It's all about Africa to the world. It's all about Africans around the globe uniting. That is why I'm here. I'm just a messenger. Like I said, we don't know each other. So this platform is a platform to unite all of us, get to know each other. There are so many things that we don't understand among ourselves. When you come in here, just voice out your opinion. Maybe I can learn from it. Somebody watching can also learn from it. Let's learn from each other. UK is also corrupt. Now there is unity and okay. Let me read some of the comment. Brian, you're next, Brian. Okay, you're next. I know you're waiting for me, Brian. Just hold on for me. Okay, Brian, hi.
Greetings, brother. How you feeling?
I'm good. Good to see you and good to hear from you.
Excellent, excellent. I'm calling from over here out of Chicago. The question is, will Africa ever unite? Without a shadow of a doubt. I think oftentimes we think about the right here and right now versus our children's generation, right? So forward thinking, 50 years from now, will Africa ever unite? Not today. Obviously, there are a lot of challenges that we're going through. So Africa couldn't unite tomorrow. But we're talking about a multitude of different cultures, countries, and variables. We have a lot of outside variables that are constantly influencing the political and social and economic dynamics that we need in order to control our own selves, our own countries, our own land, and our own continent, our own country. Personally, just real briefly, one other thing is that I believe that we should put some substance behind two things. I think one, your model that you employ for visiting and traveling different countries, I think is an excellent example for how Africans, if we went to each industry, if we went into politics, if we went to economics, went into the various sciences, and looked at all of the great accomplishments that African people have done or currently doing, look at how beautiful this is. You know how you'll travel from one country to another, and you say, man, look at how beautiful this place is. Look at this beautiful sunset view. This ocean is right here. But if we go into each industry and take that same philosophy or approach or model, if you will, you're on to something there. The second thing is, I think that we need to industrialize Africa. So putting my mouth where my money, putting my money where my mouth is, I intend to go to Tanzania in about 5 weeks. Go there and set up a manufacturing plant. Was looking at Kenya and whatnot, but that's all I had to say, brother. I appreciate you for your time.
Have you ever been to Tanzania before? You're not going?
I've never been to Africa. I'm just waiting on my passport. It arrives in about 5 weeks. I'm going there to confirm my research that I've been doing over the last year and complete my last semester of my MBA degree in Tanzania.
Wow.
So
thank you so much, and I would love to see you in Tanzania someday.
Thank you.
Hey, but what happened to the women? Like, I can't see any women here. Like, really? What? Okay, I've seen 2 women. Some they are shaking their hands. So I think I need to pick that the next 2 people should be women. Please, the men in here, please. I agree. We need to hear the women's voices. We beg you. Enough. I've been speaking loud on top of. I need some smooth voice. Please forgive me. Hi.
Hey, Maya, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm wonderful. Anytime I'm looking at your smiling face.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're so amazing. Much. I want to tell you, you inspired me to start my channel and start talking about the things that are relevant to us African people. I want to tell you I'm coming home soon, and I'm bringing a whole load of people with me. I use my channel to use it as a bullhorn to tell everybody in America to get out of here. This place is not for us. I lost my nephew in November of last year, and I don't want to lose any more family members. And I'm trying to tell people that, this place is not for us. They don't like us. And, when we come home, we're loved and we're welcomed with open arms. And I know it's not perfect over there. And to be more specific to your question, Africa will unite. And we have to, the Bible says that faith comes by hearing. So if faith actually comes by hearing, we need to start speaking it into existence. Africa will unite. We need to stop saying that we won't unite. We need to stop focusing on the negativity. All of us who are positive, like you yourself, we need to just keep doing what we're doing. And in doing these things, we will duplicate ourselves and we will win in the end. We have to fight. We can't lay down and say, I can say that Black people in America are like crabs in a pot and, they are always trying to pull each other down, but that's not the point. There are positive Black people who are trying to do something with themselves. And guess what? I'm going over with a group of people. And when I started this journey, I was just going by myself. Now I'm going with a group of people. Just because I put my channel out there, people are connecting with me. Okay, so we really have to be positive and believe. And those of us who know how to pray and have faith, God is going to unite Africa.
God is going to unite Africa, but let me do this for you because I've been hearing you talking about your channel. I just googled your channel. This is your channel, yeah?
Thank you. Yes, it is. Thank you so much.
So I just posted a link in here. She has 200 subscribers right now. Let's do this. Can we get her 300 subscribers before she leaves here? 1, 2, 3. Let's. If you want Africa to unite, we need to start uniting now. I mean, we need to start showing love to ourselves. So let's do this. Let me see that those of you in here are really ready to unite as well. So let's do this. She has 200 subscribers. We have to support her. So 1, 2, 3. This is the link. Let's take her to 300 before she leaves this platform. 1, 2, 3. This is the link. Let's do it. I'm telling you, we are here to support each other. No. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. I'm checking. Yeah. Let me refresh. 213. 213. 231. You guys are amazing. Okay. Let's make it 300.
You're amazing.
So much. Thank you so much. You subscribed. Okay. Have you subscribed yet? This is the link. I just did.
While you're doing that, please let me say one last thing. Maya,
no.
You are my brother.
Please
and
let
I'm
me finish.
so happy for what you're doing. You didn't even have to do this with the channel. I just love you. You're
266.
And you're making me cry.
Let's get to 300. All right, let's get to 300. So right now, 266. Let me check it out. Okay. No, you guys. Okay, congratulations. You just hit 311 subscribers. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for always being here for me. I appreciate you. And yeah, if you ever come to Africa, just let me know.
Oh, I'm on my way. And I'm going to link up with you as soon as I get there.
I appreciate it. All right. Thank you so much.
I love you, Maya.
All right.
God bless
Take care.
you.
All right. God bless you too. Bye. So I got all right. So hold on. I wanted to talk to Wendy, but Wendy, hold on. Wendy, let me talk to one more person. I'll come to you. Okay. So there's some people who have been here for so long. Tolu, hi.
Hey man, Maya.
Hi, Tolu, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
you know, Tolu, which means I'm Nigerian, yeah?
Yeah.
My classmate was called Tolu, man.
Small world. I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
This is a perspective from the outside in, and I truly believe Africa would unite, because at the end of the day, it comes back to knowledge. It comes back to understanding about your roots and culture. And the one thing to divide people is to erase their identity. So once you erase someone's identity, they don't have the idea or the understanding of who they are. So understanding who you are as a person is very, very important. And for me, being such a young guy, even promoting that on my YouTube channel about self-care and identity, it goes back to who I am as being an African, and understanding that North America, because I live in Canada, isn't designed for Black people, isn't designed for us. So it's understanding, and I'm teaching a lot of people my age that we have to wake up in a sense of understanding who you are first, and then backtracking to where it used to be. Because pop culture out in North America is toxic. I don't subscribe to the Black culture out here because they don't represent what I represent. You know, family structure, you know, economics, you know, building something for yourself, building a platform. So I disconnected from that North American Black culture to finding what my African culture is all about. And that's what I do with my personal life. And that's what I do with my family out in the UK, on this, you know, uniting with them all and understanding and letting them know that one day, as we all grow, we'll get somewhere. But it starts with the family. It starts with the people we upbring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with Tolu? Do you all agree with Tolu? Let me know if you really agree with Tolu, what Tolu is saying. I'm saying we're heavily united by music, culture, and marriages. Tolu, you're talking about your YouTube channel. Like, what is the name of the YouTube channel?
It's called Arcway. ARCCWAY. It's a menswear and
what?
AR. CC. WAY. It's a menswear, grooming, and fashion channel. So I help men become the best version of themselves.
I couldn't find it. I don't know. Can somebody help me?
I
don't know. I tried. ARCC. Oh, okay.
Yeah. WAY.
Yeah. Akwe. Okay. All right. So, Akwe reacting to NBA fashion outfit. Okay. So, those of you who are interested in fashion, let's do this.
Grooming
we need to
as well.
We start uniting from here. So, those of you who are interested in fashion, this is the link. I can't find it. I just found it. So that is a link. Please do me a favor and then subscribe to the channel. There's so many people waiting for me right now. So let me. I'm just going to post a link again, and then people will check you out. Thank you so much, brother. Keep up the good work and definitely speak soon.
One day I'll see you in Nigeria, man.
Definitely.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Bruh, Dr. Solomon, hold on for me. You'll be the next person after Wendy. Don't go anywhere. I've seen that you've been starting for so long. Just hold on for me. Okay. All right. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. I'm not going to keep you really long with it. I just want to let you know I've been watching you for a long time, and I think that what you're doing is absolutely wonderful, and you need to just keep it up. You're one of the people who really opened up Africa to a lot of people. I am familiar with Africa from before you. 30 years ago was my first trip to Africa. But I really think that this issue you're talking about uniting is really important for us right now, because as you can see, or I don't know if you've been following, United States, my people have been in the United States for, I don't know, like hundreds of years, okay? We didn't come because it was a nice place to come to. We came by force, we involuntarily, and we've been struggling ever since. And I think just like the sister said before, and the brother just said, this is not an environment that was designed to be friendly to us. And I think it will never end. The struggle will never, ever end. So what we need to do is, and I don't ever think that all like African Americans and Caribbean Americans and everybody, nobody will, massively get on ships or planes and move to Africa. But I think a lot of us will, and I think we have to. And I think Africans need to leave that my place, your place, my country, your country, my tribe, your tribe. We need to leave it alone. And I think the reason why is because if we don't, we will perish. This country is becoming increasingly hostile to us. Africa needs to be careful because people are infiltrating in Africa. We know they're doing it right in front of our eyes. China, France is not giving up. France is like holding on by its teeth right now. And we all know, if we look at history, France is prepared to do anything. France is prepared to kill people to keep its hold in Africa because it knows that if it doesn't have it, it will perish. I have a lot of connections to the Congo. Belgium, it's the same thing as France. If it doesn't have Congo, it will perish. So we need to understand what we're up against. They are fighting for their survival. And if they have to step on Africa and each and every one of us to do it, I think they're prepared to do it. I think that's one thing that Africans really don't understand is the extent to which Europeans and Americans will go to maintain their status, their lifestyle, they have never lived on what they've been able to produce. They have always heavily relied upon Black people to live. What I say when I talk to people is that we were brought to this country to subsidize white people. Africa as a continent has been subsidizing Europe. It is now subsidizing China as well. And I think we need to wake up, because this is not the time to be playing. We need to all wake up and understand that if we lose Africa, we will have no place to go. If we lose Africa, we lose ourselves. And that's what I say when I say if we don't do it, we will perish. Because China is, if you look at China, what China has done, even in China, and you know better than, you can maybe speak to this better than I can. But like my understanding is like China, culturally, they will push things to the very end. So they will like kill the last elephant, kill the last rhino, because they're not thinking about preserving. They will pollute their waters. They will pollute their air. They take things to an extreme. If they can treat their own country that way, how do you think they're going to treat Africa? How are they treating Africans? There are all kinds of stories about people in factories in different countries being held literally hostage in their factories to work, so they can't go home. We need to open our eyes and we need to see this, because if we don't make Africa for ourselves, Africa will be someone else's. And we need to understand that. And now is not the time. Just like some of the other people have been saying, I intend on going back for good, moving back for good. But I really think that this is not the time for us to be playing. In the United States right now, the race warriors, the white supremacy race warriors are getting more and more aggressive. They're showing us more and more that they're willing to harm us, physically harm us. This is not the time to be playing. This is really, I mean, I hate to be alarmist like this, but honestly, I foresee that we're going to continue to go like, oh, it's okay. And Africans fighting between Rwanda, I think Rwanda right now is trying to pick a fight with Congo because it wants to pick a fight with Congo because it wants to have an excuse to go back into Congo militarily to continue to exploit the minerals that it's been exploiting for the last 30 years in Congo. So, I mean, we need to, you know, we need, instead of doing that, what Rwanda needs to say is like, yo, we've done a really good job using your money and your minerals to develop our country. Why don't we show you what we've been doing? We understand that you need it to develop your own country. Why don't we try to work together so that we can both survive? Because I think that's how Africa has to go forward. We have to come together and we need to stop infighting amongst each other. And we need to stop doing things like bringing proxy armies in from outside of Africa to attack each other. I mean, I think that we all need to understand there is an enemy that has nothing really good for us and planned, and the only people who can save us is ourselves. So we have the ability to do so. We absolutely have the ability to do so.
I just want to say that thank you so much. I've seen so many people who agrees with you. Some don't really agree, but feel free to let me know what you think in the comments section. We are so much stronger together. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're so much stronger together. It's like Rwanda is working for French. Congo people are not saying Africa unite.
Can I just say that couple that was on a minute ago, and the woman said, the wife said, we need to start with ourselves. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah,
I can hear you.
She said we need to start with ourselves. She is absolutely right. I could not agree more with the both of them. But in particular, if we want to make a change, we need to make the change within ourselves. John Henrik Clarke said, you know, we don't have any friends. You know, we need to love ourselves first. So we need to love ourselves first. And then when we have a better situation, then we can figure out who our true friends are, right? Who our true non-African friends. We can figure that out once we have our own leverage and power. Then your true friends will reveal themselves. But right now, we've got people who are trying to exploit us all over the world. We need to really just wake up and figure that out. I'm sorry. I don't think we have time to be playing anymore.
All right, and thank you so much Thank you. Appreciate it. I think this is interesting. So, do we need permission from someone to unite? How are we not uniting anyway? Break down the divided mentality. I think I agree with this, brother. Do we need permission from someone to unite? What do you guys think? Do we need permission from someone to unite? How are we not uniting anyway? Like sometimes I don't even understand. Like when you travel in Africa, that is when you understand the self-hate. Like I'm that guy who always want to stay positive, but I couldn't stay positive throughout because sometimes it's just frustrating. Like somebody will see you, you look at your face, look at your passport, and tell you that you are not welcome in my country. Wow, it's ridiculous, you know. So let me see like what you think in the chat room, please. We are here to talk to each other. Somebody saying we don't need to unite. Somebody said 1000% correct. Okay, it's not about complaining. It's not about okay. I didn't get this one. Absolutely not. How about the AU? But I don't even know whether the AU or the ECOWAS really function. For me, I don't know if this people really function. I don't think Africa will ever unite. Watching from the USA, please don't forget to like the stream if you haven't liked the video before I pick my next caller. I got 964 people watching. Please, can you like the stream for me? Thank you. Can you like the stream for me? Thank you so much. If you can share it too, do me a favor and share it. Yeah, please like the stream before I pick my next caller. Dr. Solomon, hold on for me here. Hold on for me. All right, please like the stream. Like the stream. Thank you so much. Like the stream. Thank you. Thank you and like the stream. Thank you. And I'm sorry about people who have been sending me super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel financially. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm so sorry I couldn't mention each and every one of you your name because of the chat. I'm so sorry. but I just want to say thank you. I've seen it and I appreciate it. Dr. Solomon. All right, please, Enoch, you're next. Don't worry. I've seen Haidian Way. I've seen Kwesi stay tuned. Falawan is here. Gina, I've seen you. Scott Caesar. I've seen the Nako family. I've seen you, and I've seen Akosia. So please, you all should hold on for me because it's first come, first serve. Thank you, Dr. Solomon. Hi.
Yes. Yes. From Scotland. Thanks, Wodemaya, for all you've been doing.
Thank you.
It is possible for all of us to unite, but if we can do one thing, you can even change the face of Africa within 10 years. There's a secret. The secret is all Africans should go and learn the Black history. Okay? That is the secret. Because what happened, I give you a typical example. When the British left Nigeria, do you know they left a publisher? The publisher was Harriet Macmillan, who was the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. So the books the children were reading, they have distorted history. They have distorted history. I give you another example, like Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation has been bought over by China since 2008. So what are they getting? So if you want the African to change today, if you want us to see all these changes you want to happen, I give you 10 years, it can. All a president or a policy maker in Africa, they should teach the children the Black history. Because if we know the Black history, we will empathize with our shared suffering, which is enslavement. So there will be no ethnic divide. There will be no psychophancy. Then people will not loot treasury. We will not kill each other. I give you one example what foreigners do in Africa. Foreigners have access to power. They go to many countries, they make policy for them. For example, you have a scenario where if you are traveling across Africa, you have difficult problem. These allies ruling Africa, they are all compromised and leveraged. They are all promised of your children will go to good schools, Oxford or whichever place. They help them take the money out. Now, because they are all compromised and leveraged, they also socialize together. These racists in the West, they talk to them. They will say, oh, if Nigerians come to your country, they are going to spoil your country. If these people come to your country, they are going to spoil your country. So this is the game. So you find that when you travel across Africa, oh, we don't want you. Because somebody from the top who has been compromised and leveraged has been told to do that in their country. Okay? So to repeat it again, if we all learn the Black history, we will empathize with our shared suffering. This will end ethnic divides and psychophancy. That will stop looting and brutality in Africa. And Africa will change overnight. If we are able to learn today, tomorrow you will see the result. As per when we learn our Black history, then you will see the changes you want, I want, everyone want. That is the secret.
Wow. Okay. Somebody brought me here. I'm live, you know. I'm sorry. Like, where are you going? So, I mean, sorry for that. I'm so sorry. Hold on,
yes.
I'm so sorry for that. I just want to know in the chat room, a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people agree with you. But somebody saying that, do you think selfishness and greediness is hindering the unity of Africa?
No, because if you know your Black history, you see what if you look at James Aggrey, Kwame Nkrumah, these are people who have seen the Black history. If you know Black history, you will empathize, you will sympathize with your brothers and sisters. You were in China, have lived in Singapore for quite a long time. Even in Asia, they have common people they know that have oppressed them. with that, every citizen knows that. So they work hard. That is the secret they have. If you go to North Korea, it's the same thing. That is the secret they have. Even in the West, they also have the secret. They know that they've done a lot. They have to protect themselves. So only in Africa. Now, the biggest thing in Africa now is what we call colonial mindset. People are denying, mindsets are colonized. People are denying it. So when we know our Black history, we know how we have suffered. I'm going to post some link in the message. Please go and watch those YouTube about the slavery, about what is actually going on now, this scrambling for Africa. You see, the incident in Nigeria, even people don't know what is happening behind the scene, because they know if there is a trouble, all Africans with money will run away. So all Africans with money will run away. So the people who want to take over the country, they will have a time to come inside. The foreigners in Africa, their business are safe, is well protected. They all have military people protecting their business on the ground. So we can solve any problem if we know our history. Selfishness will go. You know, killing brothers will go. Brutality will go. We just need to learn our Black history. That is just the simple thing we need to do.
I want to say, Dr. Solomon, thank you so much. So let me know, do you think that learning our Black history will make Africans unite as one? Let me know what you think in the chat room. And yeah, Dr. Solomon, thank you so much for being here. And sorry for making me wait for so long. Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Welcome. Bye. Enoch, I know you've been here for so long. Yeah. Hi, Enoch.
How's it, Wodemaya?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing well, Wodemaya. Thank you. Yeah, Wodemaya, look, I just want to say you're a good example of what Africa is looking for in a young person. You're a good example of someone that's making a change. And right now, you are making a change right now. You are making a difference. Because right now, if we're asking ourselves, will Africa ever unite? And I can tell you, Africa is uniting. I can surely say that, because if we look at what's happening now, if you look at all the subscribers, if you look at all the people that have subscribed, most of them are Africans. So Africa is in the aspect of change. We are changing. There are leaders. Everyone here are leaders. And they are looking up to you as well, as you are one of the epicenter of a leader. So we just need to tap into what we have already. We can't keep on asking, will Africa ever change? Africa is changing, but we need to remove that colonized mindset that we can never change. We need to remove a mindset that Africa can't change, because some people are very negative, and we got to stop with the negativity. We got to stop with people that think selfishly. We got to start thinking positively, because Africa is changing. I just want to give some ideas. I just want to give some ideas that will really be helpful. So,
all right. Feel free.
I would love everyone to watch Howard Nicholas. Howard Nicholas is a person who he actually explains why Africa should be in poverty. So if you have time, you could go watch Howard Nicholas in YouTube. He just explains briefly what their plan, the agenda, the European agenda to make Africa stay poor. And some facts that I think we should really recognize and take into account, because I believe Africa is changing, is that we need to spread the news. We need to spread people like Wodemaya. We need to spread people like Franklin. We need to spread people. We need to learn to spread the news. We can't keep on watching things that don't make sense on YouTube, things that are taking our time. We don't have time. We need to spread the news. We need to evangelize unity. We need to keep on evangelizing unity despite the problems, despite the issues. We need to keep on evangelizing unity. That's what Jesus did, and that's what the disciples did. They've kept on evangelizing. Look what Christianity is right now. It's everywhere. So as Africans, we need to evangelize unity. Africans we need to break down what's already here. We need to break down the structures of today. It's a colonial structure. We need to break it down. What's happening in Nigeria right now? It's a revolution. The young people are changing Nigeria. That's a revolution. They're changing what's happening. Us young people, we're not just young, we're leaders. We need to take advantage of that just as much as what Amaya you're doing right now. And the other thing is we need to go into politics. All of us right now, We're all leaders. We are in politics right now. We need to start speaking up. We need to start picking up about the politics of Africa. We need to be above the governments that are here, because they don't understand what we see. We need to show them that we know more, and we need to share that politics. We need to keep on sharing. Like this broadcast right now, we need to share this broadcast, guys. We can't just keep it for ourselves. Let's share the broadcast. Let's share. Let's not keep things to ourselves. Let's be like water. Just give out as much as we can. And we need and the last thing is that I believe Africa is the greatest continent. No matter what you think, if you're in America, if you're in the UK and you think Africa is nothing, I tell you wrong. Africa is the greatest continent because we're diverse in language, in culture, in tradition, in technology, in mindset. We're diverse. It's beautiful. Africa is amazing. Right now, we just need to work together. We need to share what we need to share the platform we have. You are all leaders out there. Right now, you watching this, you are a leader. Take advantage. Speak out the truth. Don't keep it to yourself. That's what I want to say. I want to say Africa is the greatest continent. Right now, we're making the difference. And we got to keep it up. We've got to keep it up. America was never meant for...
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from South Africa. I'm actually a Congolese. I'm living here in South Africa, studying politics and theology.
Can you give us a brief of what is going on in Congo right now?
What's going on in Congo right now? So it's basically, so currently now Tshisekedi, the current president, is an amazing president. Amazing president. He's trying to make a difference, trying to make sure the youth take over for the future. But there are issues with other countries like Rwanda, trying to take over the mineral, and the issues there, and some of the governments, especially the governments that are not supporting Tshisekedi. They are the colonized mindset. I can say the colonized governments, they don't like what Tshisekedi is doing. Tshisekedi is really trying to make the difference there. So what currently happening now is that the young people are really pushing for proper governance. They're really pushing for the law. They're speaking out in the streets. They're speaking out to their fellow brothers and sisters. They're causing a revolution. That's what's happening now. And Congo, if you check it out now, it's full of politics, but there's a lot of changes that are happening now. There's a lot of changes. I can't say there's none, but I can say there's a lot of changes. So that's what's happening now, Wodemaya. Things are changing rapidly, but we are the ones. You are the one, Wodemaya, yourself and many others. You're the ones that the news that you share is what's causing a revolution. We need revolution in Africa. Whether we like it or not, we need it now across Africa.
Wow. I want to say thank you so much, Enoch, and please take care of yourself, and we're going to speak very soon. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Today, you guys are not going to allow me to sleep because I got so many people in here. I got Haidian Way, Kwesi, Philawan, Gina, Scott Caesar, the Narco family, Akosia just joined, and I got by Africans for Africa. So yeah, please, you all should stay patient for me because it's first come, first serve, especially the Narco family. I've seen we got families, like a whole family waiting to hear from one of my. Just hold on for me. I'll be with you shortly. All right, thank you. Okay, hi. Hello. Your microphone is off. I didn't.
Sorry.
Okay, it's on. It's on now. Your video is on
now.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say, the last guy, I really like what he said about evangelizing the message, evangelizing the pushing forward the message into the wider Africa. Because right now we are talking online, and it's a good thing, but we need to materialize it downstairs in Africa. We need to materialize it downstairs. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
We need to materialize the message downstairs. I think we are on the right trajectory. I think Africa will unite. We are definitely on the right trajectory. I think we just need to add more energy to it. You understand what I mean? We need to add more energy to it. You need to, what you're doing and what many other YouTubers are doing, going across all over Africa, connecting the Caribbean, the Africa and Brazil and all that. Even French Africa, don't turn your back on French Africa. They need it a lot because that place is gonna need a lot of Pan-African ideologies to make Africa work. You understand what I mean?
Mm.
One thing I gotta say is the institutions for Africa unity are already there. We just don't have the right representation there. You understand what I mean? Representation is important on a geopolitical scale. The institutions are there. You have ECOWAS, you have SADC, you have East African Community, you have all these that are there. They are all emulating how the world operates, and that's how we need to operate as well. But we have the wrong leadership in there. You understand what I mean? We have, not all of them are bad, but we have. But how do we? The question is, how do we go and make sure we put forward the right leadership in the African Union? How do we make sure we elect the right leaders? We put them. There's two ways to develop Africa, of course. There's private enterprise. Individuals can go and do their thing in business and do well for the rest of Africa to develop their country. But how do we make sure we elect the right leaders? You understand? We must have a standard, a bar minimum, a standard of what kind of leaders we want, what kind of people we want to represent us. You understand what I mean? Because it's easier for the African unity, right? Look at us. We were not really united as tribes, but we were amalgamated into different countries, and the tribes had to accept that. You understand what I mean? So political states can be just created just like that. You understand what I mean? So the African unity, we don't really need the unity of all the tribes to love each other. It's an economic advantage that we are creating. We are creating an economic advantage to give us an advantage over big powers such as the United States, India, China, Canada, all these big powers. We are creating an economic advantage. So it's an economic union. Do you understand what I mean? It's an economic union, and it's already in place. But you know, right now, even the African head of the chairperson, commissioner of Africa, he's not a Pan-Africanist, and he's running uncontested. He's running uncontested as the African Union Commission. You understand what I mean? That is a bad situation there. You understand what I mean? Because he's definitely not a Pan-Africanist. You understand what I mean? So we need to make sure that our message gets to the people on the ground who keep electing these leaders. You understand what I mean? Our message needs to get to the ground, to the people who keeps electing these leaders, because that's where it's failing us. We need to have a bar minimum. We need to have our demand. If the demand is created, right, then the politicians will start to follow and pander to that demand because they want to win power. They want to win power, so they will start to adhere to our demands. So our message needs to get to the people on the ground, because that's what it's going to take for the people, for the right leaders to be in place. And one thing, Pan-Africanism, it was the movement that gave us independence, right? It was the movement that gave us independence, but the mission is not finished. We must finish the mission. You understand what I mean? Because what happened is a lot of these Western powers, they made our people disillusioned with our Pan-Africanist leaders that gave us independence, and a lot of them got assassinated. You understand? So we also have to be careful of that, of creating a rift between us and our leaders. We have to be careful of that situation there. But we need to make sure that we elect Pan-Africanist politicians and representatives to go to the African Union and agree on policies. It's easier for them to agree on policies rather than them being.
I just want to ask a question. Do you think that right now we have any African leader who is a Pan-Africanist leading any country? Can you think of any name?
Any Pan-Africanist leader at the moment?
Yeah, that we can mention.
I don't know entirely, right? I'm not sure entirely.
Hold on. Let's do this in the comment section. Let me know, do we have any leader that you think this leader is a Pan-Africanist who cares about Africans, who cares about their own country? Let us know. Which leader can you think of?
I believe
someone. You cannot mention Julius Malema because he's not in power. He's not a president.
I believe Tshisekedi of Congo is doing the best he can. And I believe Nana Addo, I don't know him entirely, but I know he has a plan. At least he's not like the leader of Gambia who has no plan at all. But Nana Addo has a plan. You understand what I mean? I believe they are leaders that have plans. You understand? They are leaders that have plans, but it's hard to implement them. You know, I come from a really different point of view in this situation. I'm not ready to mention that yet because people are not ready to consume what I have to say, really. But I will slowly explain, because this is an all geopolitical situation. You understand what I mean? any leaders at the moment, it's very, very hard to get to know them, because, you know, everybody's doing something different. But I believe they all have, most of them have the intention, but it's hard for them to implement it because they get in external pressures, and we are becoming disillusioned with them. So we have to be careful of that as well.
Wow.
Do you understand what I mean? So I will say Magufuli as well, but I'm watching him. I'm watching it.
Then keep watching him and let us know what you think later. Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, is these politicians keep getting elected. We just need to make sure that our message gets across. We need to evangelize Pan-Africanism and let it be the bar standard for us to. You understand what I mean?
Understand.
That,
I would thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I will. Those of you, I'm in Kenya, so I think I will be able to talk to Flo Lumumba. Is it Lumumba or Lumumba? Sorry if I never mentioned the name right. So, what am I started Africa to the world, but I'm not the leader in power. I just want to say thank you so much to each and everyone watching. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked the video, please do me a favor and like the video. I've seen 995 people watching. Don't forget to. Hey, the chat is so fast. Oh my goodness, I can't even read them. But let me try my best. So I'm saying Lumumba, no African leader has a good plans for Africans. Okay, somebody saying Nana Akufo-Addo. Somebody saying Magufuli, Tanzania. But you know, Tanzanians are voting right now, and Magufuli won the vote, won the election. 12.5 million, and opposition had 2.4 million, of which a lot of people are saying that it has been rigged. I think, according to the news that I read, I think the opposition wants to go on the street to protest. So I think a lot of people are saying Tanzanian President Magufuli, but it seems when, I don't know, do I have to say this? When okay, let me keep it for now. Yeah, I wish I had super chat. Don't worry. Someone saying Nana Ofe, I don't think he's good. He put the economy above the health of his people. He's similar to Trump. Okay, that's what somebody's saying about Magufuli. Let me also know what you think about Magufuli in the comment section, because I think a lot of people were saying Magufuli is the most Pan-African among all the African leaders that we have. I've been saying they didn't even want Flo Lumumba in government, but I heard Flo Lumumba was in power in Kenya, according to what Trudy told me. Flo Lumumba was in power once. Okay, so now I have File One. Please, don't, you guys should stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. The Nako family. I think the baby girl is dying. Okay, File One, just hold on for me. Let me just do this and then. File One.
Oh, we are here finally.
Hi. I am Maya. Hello. Yeah. How are you all?
Thank you. We are fine. We are calling you from Italy.
From Italy?
Yes. Yeah, we've been following you for quite some time. We are new in YouTube. We are new here. We just started like a couple of months during the lockdown, because my daughter was saying she wants to do something to help people in Africa, because we visited Nigeria. We are from Nigeria. During our visit with the family, we went to Nigeria, so we had the opportunity to visit some motherless babies home. So when we come back here, she was saying, what can I do to help life? She was like 3 years there to help life. So all of a sudden during the lockdown, she said, Daddy, I see a lot of funny things in the YouTube. Can you open a YouTube channel for me? I said, no. Forget about it. You need to study. You need to study. She said, no, I want to change something. So now the African issue came up. I'm more like, come on, I need to join this program immediately.
Wow. So I just like the Nako family, the Nigerian family living in Italy right now, sharing their experiences. So this is the link. You all should check it out. And I hope I'm gonna check it out myself. But I think I just got to know you. But I just subscribed myself. I'm gonna check it out after this live stream. But this is the link. You all should help me click on this link and go join the Nako family YouTube channel. What's going on in Italy right now?
They told me how it was in Africa. So in this period, like they've taken our money, all the white people, they've taken our money, our gold, our diamonds, and so in this period we have to help each other. Like now we have to help each other because some people in the street, they don't have mommy and daddy, they're looking for food. So we have to help them. We have to work together.
Wow. We have to work together. That's a beautiful message of a beautiful young lady out there. Please do me a favor and subscribe to the Narco Family YouTube channel. That's the link in there. She's woke. They raised her well. Thank you. That's what somebody is saying. She's woke and they raised her well. So cute. The kids.
She came back home one day at school. She was telling me that her teacher told her in school that Africa has so many diamonds and gold. That is it true? I said yes, it's true. She said that where is the gold? That where is the Africa? They have money, but we are living like we don't have anything. I told her what she said yes, but she said that Africa have money, that we have to go back home to revive everything, that we have money more than Italian people. I said that is true. She was just asking me if our African leaders can help us to build our country, we'll all come back home and do something there. Just that our African leaders, they always take white people more important than us. You see a black African lady, African man that is an engineer, but they will go outside to take an Italian man that does not even go to school to build our roads in Nigeria or in other African countries, which is not good. They will even pay them more. Paying an African man 1,000 euros, you pay an Italian man 2,000 euros because he's a white man. We have to remove that mentality in our head that white people are more important than us. No, they don't have anything. We are living neatly, but they don't. I'm telling the truth, they don't have anything. Just that they have their roads, the light, the security is tight, everything. But after of that thing, they don't have anything. We are just living here. If our leaders can come together and build everything, all of us will come back home and enjoy our resources because we have so many things back home.
Wow. I just want to say thank you so much. This is the link to the family's YouTube channel. I've seen that some of you already started subscribing. Please do me a favor, click on the link and subscribe and be part of their family. They came here with 190, now I'm seeing 426 people. Thank you so much.
We need to come together to work as one. One day we will be united. But for us to reunite Africans, we need to first of all go back to our history, get a reorientation, remove the colonization mentality. We can work together. And the movement starts now. The youths have already started it in Nigeria. The NSAS have started in Nigeria. It can move around to all over all the places in Africa. If the youths can come out together with the mentality and the brain we have now compared to what has been going on before, we are going to change the world. I believe that one day, in no distant time, the youths are going to take over, youths with positive minds, and not the kind of views that can be easily bought over with the European money or the American money. We need to think towards developing our own land because we are more like working and servicing the debts of the whites.
Wow.
Therefore, we blacks need to go back home. We need to first of all trace our origin, get back home, get back to our history, get reorientation of our mentality, remove the colonization mentality and mindset we have, and refocus on how we need to use our own gain, the knowledge we gain out here to put it down, to materialize and bring up something in Africa. I believe one day we'll come together. Above all, Africans need to love each other. We don't need to talk of, I'm a Ghanaian, I'm a South African, I'm Congolese, I'm Togolese. We need to work together as one. Let us first have that love. We can now move on to the next page. Thank you so much. You've been doing a great job. I've been watching you every day. I clicked your link. I see new videos. You are uniting Africa. You've started the moves, and we are ready to back you up to get all Africans united. I mean, with you anytime, any day, we'll march together making Africa united.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you so much. You are just like a dream to others. Everybody will follow you up. Thank you for starting up and trying to do something great for Africa.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
I've been here for 1 hour, 34 minutes. It's not easy talking to everyone in here, but we're trying our best. It's saying that what am I for Africa? Great brother and a father. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I know my chat room has been on and off. I've seen people are arguing, but you all should chill. You all should chill. Yeah, chill. We're here to learn. We are here to get to know each other. We're here to learn from one another. Please don't fight in the comment section. You can agree and disagree in the comment section, but please don't fight. Thank you. Hey, I wish somebody can take over the show for me. Okay. So I still got like 10 more people to go. Okay, let me just try. Falawan.
Yo, Maya Wagwan.
Yeah, Wagwan, man. What's going?
Today I'm actually not happy, you know. I'm very, very sad because of something I've noticed in Ghana here. You know,
what's it?
The problem is, you know, in Ghana we have Rastafarians here, right?
Yeah.
We have Rastafarians here. So our country permitted Rastafarians to come into our country, to live in our country, to buy houses in our country. Don't forget, these same Rastafarians have kids. They have children who are also Rastafarian. Now, in this country, let's put it out there that we have two religions. I'm not here to do any religious setting, but then we have two religions in this country, which is the Islamic religion and now the Christian religion. Now, with my research, I have come to notice that Rastafarian religion came out of the Judaism and Christianity, which means they are kind of similar, right? Good. Now, the problem here is that all these people are from different places and they come into the country, right? Now, when they come into the country, they don't get jobs to do. You get me? They don't get jobs to do. People tag them that they are criminal. People tag them that they smoke weed. Even when the police see them, and when the police see them at a crime scene, which they don't even know of, they are innocent about, they are the first people to get arrested because of their what? Their hair. Now, when you were in Ghana, you made a get-together of YouTube support, which other YouTubers came together, and within them, I could see Rastafarians in there. I could see people with dreadlocks. Now, I had in contact with one lady who has a blog spot, and she has a dreadlock. And I asked her, how has it been in Ghana here since you came from the US to Ghana with your dread? How do people treat you? Do you know what she said? The first word she said was, You get it? It means that wherever she goes, people keep seeing her to be the bad one. She said people even thought she deal in drugs. She said she has been stopped by the police so many times. But look, let me tell you something. On our national TV, which is whether GTV, Metro TV3, GH1, UTV, whatever it is, look, when criminals are being caught in this country, none of them had dreadlocks. None of them have dreadlocks. Now, let me tell you something. This same country, which is Ghana here, when a prophet is being chosen by God, by Almighty, according to our traditional religion, before the person comes out, the person has a dreadlock. I'm telling you, the person has a dreadlock. But you see, this preaching started from school, way back when I was in school. I remember when a pastor came to tell the children and the youth that people with dreadlocks are Illuminati, people with dreadlocks are this, they are that. You see, so it is some kind of slavery, a mental myopic kind of mind that if you are not ready to learn, to find out the truth, you would always agree with what people keep saying. And do you know one thing? It is very easy for people to accept this kind of things into their data memory, because when a pastor is before over 2,000, 20,000 people and say this to the crowd, and no one is able to disprove him or her, now we accept that that is the truth. And when you do that, you become the evil person among them, over 2,000 people. When you raise your voice to tell the pastor that, look, what you are saying is a lie, it is never true, guys, don't listen to what he's saying, you will be, if you don't take care, the mob can even beat you to death because of this issue. You get it? People go look for jobs, even in our family. If our family, we are being corrupt in our family. Let me give you one example. When you beat a child of below 6 years and you give him or her a toffee and you ask who beat you, that child is going to point someone else. That is how the corruption started. You see? So if we can't change this kind of living, if we can't change this setting, the way we live in our family, the way things are looking around us, if we can't change it between me and you, if we don't conclude on one thing, I don't think Africa would ever and ever be united. Because look, even you, when you got to Kenya, I don't know whether it's Kenya or Ethiopia, they didn't allow you to transact money because they thought, what, you are from Nigeria. Does it make sense at all? It doesn't make sense. You know, so when the mind is corrupt from home, from a family which one person is coming from, when the mind is corrupt from there, now that person will never and never accept anything out there, because my mom told me this, my dad told me this, my uncle told me this. My uncle will never lie to me because yes, he is this. Now look, let me tell you something here in this country. When you go to the university and you get your degree, whether first class upper, second class upper, or third class upper, whatever it is. Now, when you get your degree, look at this. When you go look for a job, right? They tell you they can't pay you because your qualification is too high. And even if they will pay you as a national service student, you have only done your national service, which is 1 year, which I'm aware of, that these same students keep complaining that when they go for national service, they've been sending them to buy plantain, roasted plantain and granite. They know nothing in the head. You get me? Now, after the national service, the same company will keep telling people that, look, I need 2 years to 3 years experience. Where are these children going to get it from? Where are they going to get it from? So because of all these kind of issues in Ghana here, I'm telling you that every youth in the average of, let me say, 18 to 28 is having a business on its own, on their own. You get it? When you go on social media, it is full of boutique. Everyone is selling because there's no jobs. There is no job. Now the guys who cannot even bring up their own jobs are now the delivery guys. They go around to deliver whatever product that is being sold from one person to the other. You know, so when this corruption is starting from a family, Africa can only unite if you tell your child to stop hating on another country. People from homes keep telling their children that when you go to East Africa, they are very ugly people. I remember, let me say this, I keep hearing people saying that Kenyans are very black because they've seen that from the Olympics. Whenever it's Olympics, mostly, sometimes I keep saying that it's because of how the camera is shooting from their view, because of their skin, it becomes very deep. You know, when even as an editor or wherever it is, the kind of TV, the kind of device you use, depending on what gadget you use will determine the color you will see. You get me? So these people go for Olympics, especially East Africans. They go for Olympics, they go for other things. And I'm telling you this is not just in Ghana, but I have seen Sierra Leoneans saying that because I've lived with Sierra Leoneans. I lived with Ivorians, and I lived with my own Ghanaians and Nigerians also. They keep saying that, why is it that East Africans are very dark? They are too black. That it is even the sun which is shining there is very hotter than any other planet. You see, this is the mindset they have. It's not their fault. They heard it from their dad. They heard it from their parents. You see, so as a parent, every little thing you say, you might think, it's just a child, just 2 years. What does she know? What does he know? But you are lying. These same children will grow up to be corrupt, just like you. You see, so if Africa can't change Africans, we can't change how our family stature is. I'm telling you that never can we ever unite. As Bob Marley said, Africa unite, Africa unite. What Bob Marley said was not just talking to Africans, he was talking to the African family, individual family. So if you can't stop telling your child that don't marry from this tribe, don't marry from this tribe, the moment you tell one child, don't marry from this tribe, that child will also pass it on. You get me?
Thank you.
So I think in Ghana here, we need to protest just like what Nigerians did. And I know Ghanaians will do it very clearly in such a way that we need to alert the government, the military, and educate our people that wherever we go, the Rastafarians are not criminals. Rastafarians are very spiritual, because I have never and ever seen a Rastafarian in any bad act, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate your time, bro.
Right.
He's trying to say that it's time for us to love one another. Don't profile people from different places. They're just one. Thank you, Falawan, for sharing this information. I appreciate it.
All right,
man.
All right, man.
All right, say, Maya, why is Ghana charging $150 per person to enter the country? What do you think about this? It's something that we all are not, like, personally, I'm not happy about it, especially knowing that you're doing a COVID test 48 hours before you enter a country. So you mean that I contracted the virus when I was in the pool? Politics, everything is politics in Africa, so let's take it that way. It's okay. It's all right. Let them do whatever they want to do. We already used to it. All right. This is Swaziland and the Kenyan family.
Yeah.
Hi.
Brother Odemaya, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
We are doing well. We are very excited to be here. And some people are saying that Africa cannot unite.
Yeah.
That's what we are working at. That's why we have you making sure that Africa unite, my brother. and we are very excited. We are following in your footsteps, my brother. That's why we started this channel. And about Africa uniting, it's possible. And that's what we are trying to do. That's why you are trying to do. And if we can wake up every youth,
that's how you started
young,
uniting by getting yourself as Swaziland.
we unite, and we can also see you uniting with Kenya.
Welcome.
So what I can say is, if we wake up every young person of Africa, whether in the continent or in the diaspora, if we wake all of them up, then we try and invest in each other. We invest economically in Africa. We are going to make it. And we are following you. That's why we started the channel that we have by Africans for Africa. We will be doing great things. We are trying to rebrand Africa. Yeah, and we have started a movement where we do Zoom meetings every Saturday
with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora.
Yeah, in the diaspora, because we realized that our brothers, especially in the US, and our brothers and sisters don't have a lot of information about Africa, and they are being misled by the little information that is there. Like, you find Africa being shown as a place with we'll share the chat.
Can you share the channel?
Yeah. So we do have chats every Saturday at 7 p.m. Kenyan time. That is our channel. We do have Zoom meetings every Saturday with our brothers and sisters from the US. It's a very, very interactive session. And if you can join next Saturday, we would very appreciate.
Yeah, so really we're trying to unite.
That's something that I can't promise right now.
What we do in the Zoom meetings is we have questions for each other. So you can, sorry? So they come with their questions. Yeah, they come with their questions.
about Africa, and then we ask them our questions about what we see about them on the media. So we're trying to really change the narratives. We're trying to cancel everything that we've been taught about each other, which is not true. So really, we're trying to bridge the gap for them to come back home and to come and, you know, start a new life here in Africa. So really, we can unite. We can unite as Africans. It's possible. We've already started. You started it, and we're following in your footsteps. So yeah.
So guys, please follow our channel. That's where you get information about this this initiative.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi.
Okay.
God. All right. Thank you. Okay. God. Okay. So I got like Gina, I got Scott Caesar, I got Akosia, Queen 42, One Africa, and ISM. Oh my goodness. Where's Black Say? I really wish somebody can take over the show for me. Like, la 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 la. Hi. I can't hear you. No
hey,
sound.
how are you?
Okay, now it's good. All right. Hi.
I'm good.
How
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Hey, everybody in the comments. How are you guys? I'm not gonna stay on. I know you're tired. I can see it in your face. I just wanted to step in because the question you posed is a very important question, and it's something that I see happening right now. As far as will Africa ever unite? I truly believe that we're uniting as we speak. There's lots of efforts being made, and it needs to be not just the main focus, but the only focus right now for our people. It's imperative that we understand that, you know, everybody else is focused on Africa right now. I believe you had a lady prior to me that emphasized that. So I don't need to reemphasize, and I think we all know that all eyes are geared towards the resources in Africa. Now, we have to keep in mind that the people in Africa is no longer needed. They have the power, the equipment, they have other people they could bring into the continent to work. They don't need us as much as they need the continent itself, the earth, and what the earth provides. That's why it's very important for us to take a genuine look into ways of becoming closer. Now, what I feel like the best or the most important thing to happen between all Africans throughout the continent and the diaspora is we need to communicate. There's definitely a gap that needs to be filled, and we can't just jump from being separated for hundreds of years to let's talk about investment, let's talk about what we can do. First, we need to talk about the things that have disunited us. And someone brought up the fact that history is, no, I'm sorry, can you hear me now? Someone brought up the fact that history is a big part of it. Wadamaya, I'm not in Africa. I've never been to Africa, but you are in Africa. We need the people on off the continent and on continent need to understand Africa's history and the things that has happened around its history that has affected Africa and its people. It would be a really great thing if you start emphasizing that on your channel. I don't know if you know any historians or people that you could have come on just to give, snippets about what happened, how it happened, and what we can do. Because, you know, if you know where you've been, you're definitely going to understand how to move forward. Another aspect I feel like is very important is for us to have dialogue. We need to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's a lot of prejudices. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of broken people. And the way to do that is to really put things out on the table and stop talking amongst, like, all Ghanaians can't come together to talk about how Africa can unite. Or, you know, a cluster of Nigerians can't come together at a table and talk about how Africa can unite. We all, throughout the diaspora and the continent, all tribes mixed in, all people mixed in, need to start having this dialogue. You know, like I said on my channel, I give people the opportunity to come in and let's talk about some of the most hurtful aspects of being African and the things that we do to hurt each other. Because once we get away from that hurt and we start talking about how we can unite, there is not a force on this earth that can keep us from getting to the objective of becoming one. We're going to be able to erase those invisible divides. And yes, I truly believe that a One Africa is being constructed right now by us.
Wow.
So that's
Can
basically
you hear me?
it. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So someone is saying, I told you the movement started in school. Repatriation is a must. But are you coming? Are you coming to Africa anytime soon?
Well, I bought land from Juliet with Blacksit in the Gambia. I'm not trying to come to Africa to be a YouTuber. So I'm trying to save more money and gather some things together so I can have a business. So when I get to Africa, you know, the YouTube thing is I do it to get closer with my people. So it's important to me to save and have enough money to have my own business so I can support myself. So until that happens, I'm probably going to build and, you know, go back and forth. But until I can afford to take care of myself outside of YouTube, I'm not as good at it as you are, Wadamaya. So I got to work on other things to get me going so I could travel.
Yeah, but in case you get to Gambia, just let me know. But the fact that you said you don't want to come to the Gambia to become a YouTuber, that was really funny.
Because it's something I want to depend on, you know. I want to be like yesterday. You had video, and I thought it was a very great video because you mentioned, should you be charging people to the businesses that your adverts you're bringing on your channel? Should you be charging people? You're right. You should, especially the companies that are benefiting from your posts, because this right here, what you're doing for love. But you also need to survive. You need to survive.
And that's what people don't understand.
Yes, I wanted to tell you that you don't have a choice. This is what you have to do to keep your business and this thing that you're doing right here going. So I definitely think you should. I want to see my YouTube channel grow. I want to see it grow for
what is the channel name? What is the channel name?
I'm sorry.
What is the channel name?
It's my name, Bijou Noir. Yeah, it's just my name.
Is that French?
I'm sorry?
Is that French name?
Yeah, parlez-vous français?
Encore.
Okay, merci.
Let me say, I can't find the channel. That's why I'm saying
well, let me it's if you remove that thing, you'll probably see my name. Let me put it for you on the link. I don't know if I even have it up yet. One moment. But if you guys understand how important it is to really, we just have to communicate. That's all. We just have to communicate as a people. And I think if you go to my channel, you'll see that there's been quite a few people coming on, and we're talking, and we're trying to reach a level of understanding. Where's the hate? Why do we hate each other? I'm putting it in your private.
Okay.
Because this is why we're not uniting, because there's so much division and so much hate and so much untrust, and we need to get rid of all these things that's stopping us from being able to unite.
And I just hope we unite soon, because I mean, like, the division is wrong among ourselves. We don't want to work together.
If we don't do it, we're gonna have nothing. Africa's not even gonna be an option for us as a people, and we don't see it. But you see, our forefathers made some tough choices for us, and we have to make some really unselfish and tough choices for our future selves, our children. All these things that divide us, all this tribalism, all this unnecessary bickering, all this, I'm with this group, I'm with that group, oh, I don't believe the diaspora should come. We have to let go of all of that so we can be able to benefit, our children could benefit from Africa, because otherwise we're not going to have Africa to call home. Our children will not have Africa to call home.
Thank you so much for talking to me. This is I've just posted your link. I just posted your link. Please make sure you check out her YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and then support and be part of her family. Thank you so much, each and everyone who just joined this.
Please consider the history thing that I talked to you about. I want to see, I want to learn more about Africa's history. So please bring on some historians.
I will try my best. I'll try my best.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna try. It's not easy, but like I said, I always want to be a step ahead. So whatever you say, I take it into consideration, and then I look around and see who can I bring on board. I think you should ask people to donate whatever that wish to support your work. I guarantee you'll get a lot of donations. Like, hey, if you start talking about donation, people start telling that you're begging online. I mean, like, Africans, it's so hard, it's so hard. For me, like I said, I love what I do. Even when I started this whole project, Africa to the World, I used loan to do it because I knew what I wanted to achieve. And I'm so glad that things are getting better. I'm not too poor. I'm not too rich. But I'm trying my best to use the resources that I have to do what I can. I'm trying. So, you guys should check out this YouTube channel. I watch this YouTube channel since China days. Home Team History. That's African history. Yeah, I think I even have their videos on my phone. Like, I watch their videos a lot. They did a video about why Africa fell. Yeah, there's a lot of videos in there. I think he's an African American. He tells history about Africa. Check out this one. Yeah, Africa Moja Pamoja Milele. God is going to unite Africa. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I still got, hey, Scott Caesar is here. Scott, hi.
Hi, Mike. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Thanks for having me on your show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So just to address your question, I think that the first thing that we need to do, like, I don't want to necessarily repeat things that have already been said or act like I'm reinventing the wheel. Like, two books that I would necessarily recommend are like Amos Wilson's Blueprint for Black Power, and also Chancellor Williams' Destruction of African Civilization. Both of those books give some tips about how to unite, but those books were written decades ago. So I think an important aspect that some of us as millennials and like the Z generation need to do is to update it for current times, because those people, they couldn't have foreseen the technological revolution that we've undergone as a society, just in general. So we need to update some of these things that Pan-Africans were talking about back in the 50s and 60s when it was at its height. Now, as far as do I personally think Africa can unite, it's not necessarily something that I see happening in our lifetime. I feel like we need to look at it as like, we maybe need to have like 100-year type strategy on, like, maybe like for our grandkids, they'll be able to see a united Africa, because it's something that's going to take a lot of time. There's a lot of brainwashing that we have to counteract. We have to take a lot more agency ourselves, and just, I mean, we just can't be relying on Western institutions, whether it's the AU or even a lot of these governments that are modeled after European systems that don't really even offer democracy to Europeans. So let alone they would never offer it to us when we're the ones that are being exploited by these people. I think that the first thing we need to try to focus on is trying to make sure that we get as much of sub-Saharan Africa sovereign as possible. Like, we need to stop. We cannot abide all these Western military bases all across the Sahel region, all the way to Kenya. And, you know, these quote unquote conflicts keep getting fomented, especially in Western Africa by the French, whether it's in Mali. Now it's going on in Cameroon. I mean, we got stuff going on. People in South Africa have been getting experimented on with these vaccines. I mean, this stuff is just unacceptable. And, you know, somebody said in the chat, a big part of it is courage. Like, we have to have the courage to fight for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like Walter Maya is my brother, not just because he's Black, but because he cares for the development and the progress and the liberation of Black people all over the world. And that's the most important thing. It's not, I mean, we almost need to have like Ubuntu Part 2.0, because we can't be offering this stuff to everybody. A lot of these people are enemies. We have enemies, internal and external. You know, everybody focuses on the transatlantic slave trade, and there's not as much focus on the Arab slave trade. We still got our brothers being exploited, human trafficking, whatever you want to call it, in Mauritania. Stuff's going on in Libya, and I mean, it just can't be abided by. And if anybody, you know, the people, we have to develop mechanisms for punishing these people who sell us out. That's why we're in the position that we're in right now. And I think that another thing that we need to do is respectfully, like when I talk to some of the elders about things like this, they say like, well, you know, you can't be bringing these Western ideas into Africa and all this other stuff. And, you know, you can't become like what you hate. But we have to understand that the people, part of the reason why we're in the position that we're in is because the people that were outside, they spent a lot of time. They had to keep coming back and back, studying us to figure out how to slowly but surely pick us apart. And we have to be ready to do the same thing. We need to have our own CIA doing clandestine operations. We need to have our own organizations that fight against, you know, people doing experiments with a vaccine or sterilizing our people. We need to have people on the ground that's ready to give everything for it. It can't just be about this, well, you know, we're trying to have a bigger house than this person. I'm trying to stun on this person, or I'm going and I got out this many stamps on my passport. We got to get past that. You can bring in some Western ideas. Not everything in the West is necessarily bad. I mean, some of it could benefit us, like some of the economics aspects of it. I mean, not so much the cultural day-to-day relations, but I mean, it starts here. Like, you know, we need to be connecting with our brothers, no matter what language they speak, no matter where they come from. And like I said, it's a long-term thing. So like, you know, we have to know that we may not live to see it. It's hard to get people to do something when they don't necessarily see benefits for them for them personally. But we just have to think about it. Even if you don't want to think about it in a broader sense of like Africa as one family, just think about your kids, your grandkids, like coming together and living a better life than we did. Like there shouldn't be a situation like this where, you know, I can't just go to Walter Maya's house right now and chill with him. You know what I'm saying? Chill with my brother because, you know, I can't even get out of the country right now because I can't even get a passport to go to Africa. I mean, I got it coming. It's coming in a couple of weeks and I will be in Namibia next month. I mean, I'm really excited. It's my first time going there, you know, because there's only so much that you can do from here. I'm in the States right now. And I did a lot of traveling, and a part of my travels is connecting with brothers, mainly in Central and South America. And so I can't wait to get to Africa so I can connect with people and find people on the ground. But we also have to realize that we can't get discouraged if the things that we're talking about don't have a lot of mass appeal. It doesn't take the masses to make things happen. It just takes the right amount of people that have the right ideas and they have targeted and they're focused, and real things can happen and we can start to push forward. But you know, I think that, you know, we just have to kind of start taking baby steps. And I appreciate you, Maya, for what you're doing. I kind of want to apologize to you because the first time that I saw you was when you were doing those videos in China, and I have to admit I was looking at you kind of side-eyed some of those videos that you did. But you know, ever since you came back to Africa, I mean, I champion you. Like you mainly the only guy that I watch. I have like notifications for. I don't even like showing my face on camera because I know certain people just are watching and whatnot. But I had to do it just for you, man, because I really do love you, man. And I'm just thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be a part of this community, be a part of the chat. And I mean, I know there's other people that's probably waiting, so I'll just get off. But I just want to say thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much, and I also appreciate you. Thanks for sharing your ideas on how to unite Africans. I appreciate it. I hope to see you on the continent someday.
All right, I hope to see you too, man. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, okay. This is something that a lot of people are talking about. Interview Julius Malema on this topic. I'm gonna meet. I have an interview with Pro Lumumba. Is it? Professor? Yeah, Professor. I have an interview with Professor, and Yeah, I think when I meet Professor, I'll definitely ask for uh, Julius Malema's contact. From Julius Malema, I have Dr. Arikana's number, but I think I never did a show. I really did not do the show because of one or two reasons, but I would love to bring her back on the show. But let's see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try my best and talk to these people, and maybe you might have three of them. Dr. Arikana, what do you call it? Julius Malema and Flo Lumumba on the same platform. Do you guys want to make that happen? I can make it happen if you guys want me to. Yeah, I can bring three of them on the show at once, and I'll be speaking to them. What am I? We saw you grow. We love you, man. Thank you so much. What am I? Yes, please. What am I? Okay. Is that I'm in a restaurant eating and drinking, so I can take over the show. My belly is I can't take over the show. Frankly, I wanted you to take over the show for me, but anyway, I think I'll finish right now. 2 hours already. There's so many people in here. I don't know if they will just forgive me so that I'll be able to talk to them next time. Please, let me see. Queen 42, can you make it quick for me?
Hi, Wodamaya.
Hi, Queen. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I have an unpopular opinion, but I'm just going to keep it simple.
Feel free.
Okay, I think that there's a lot of surface level conversations, and I think everybody is. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm saying that I think there's a lot of surface level conversations. Everybody's talking about a lot of the things that we need to do, but I don't hear people talking about how they're going to do that. And I understand that it's not simple. It's not supposed to be simple, but everybody just keeps coming to these live streams and it's the same conversation over and over and over again. I don't think that's beneficial. Maybe it could be beneficial to some people who maybe want to learn something new that they've never heard before, or just feel like they're part of some community. That's fine. But I think if Africans really want to unite, they need to stay away from these surface level conversations and do the work. There's real work that needs to be done, but there's Africans in Africa who are doing the work. They have businesses, they have community developments. This is not anything that's new. So I really want to understand, when you're coming to these live streams and you're asking these questions, are you just trying to hear opinions?
What? Come again?
I said, when you're coming to these live streams, are you coming to ask people these questions about Africa uniting in order to hear opinions?
No,
because one minute it sounds like, okay, we need to do something, but then nothing gets done.
No, don't take it that way, because like, I don't know if you've seen the videos that I've been doing for the past 6 months. You see Africans on the ground doing something, and that's what I've been doing. Because we have a lot of people that watch us both in Africa and outside Africa, that needs to understand that it's not all about talking, and this is what we've been doing. But sometimes you need to come in here and talk to people and know what people think, so that whenever you're doing videos, you know the next question to ask and what to do next. So it's not about just collecting opinions; it's about putting things together to solve a problem.
Yes, and I agree with that. But I think there's a huge romanticism going on about change and unity. I live in America. I'm an African, but I live in America, and I hear it from the Black Americans who live here all the time. It's always, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's politics this, racism this. Right now, everything that's going on with our election with Trump and Biden, it's a whole lot of conversations, but the implementation is not there.
The implementation you mean in Africa or in America?
No, I'm saying both.
Okay. And
I understand there's a lot of people in the comments that don't understand what I'm saying, and that's fine. I'm going to go for now. All because this conversation, what I'm talking about is definitely beyond what's going on here, and I think that's okay. At some point, people will understand. Like You, Watermeyer, you're a young person and you're doing okay for yourself.
Mm.
You know, we're part of this generation. We have access to technology. We don't have to do things the way our ancestors did. We don't have to do things the way our parents did. There are ways for us to develop. There are ways for us to unite. And a lot of us are already doing that.
Mm. All right.
There's
Understand.
just a certain type of change that people want to see, but they don't seem to understand how to go about it. But that's okay. I'm going to go now. You take care.
All right. You two take care of yourself, Queen 42.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, like what she said, I don't know. Maybe it's been long since you watched my videos because I don't just talk, come here and talk and collect opinions. We put things on the ground, know the next question to ask because I don't know. The past, I think I've uploaded more than 100 episodes about Africans establishing businesses, Africans on the ground doing something. So I don't know what she's talking about, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, everybody got their own opinion, but anyway, One Africa, please, Black Seed is here. Okay, so I think I have one more person, and I'll bring Black Seed, and then I'll be off for today. Okay, hello, One Africa.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, One Africa. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
So I think that Africa will unite. Africa must unite. Firstly, you can kill a revolutionary, but you cannot kill a revolution. In all of Africa to unite, we must understand our history. You see, Africans have been dehumanized and disgraced globally, and we have been brainwashed. You know, many Africans think that Africa is bad, and they think that the West is better. Even the women, you know, they put on artificial hair instead of the real hair. The second reason is that Africa has the youngest population in the world. So we need to know our history and know how powerful we are. And also, I want to say that any African leader that stand against the West, any African leader that preach justice and equality against the West, any African leader that preach togetherness, the African leader gets silenced and assassinated. For example, Malcolm X, Dr. King, Kwame Nkrumah wrote in his book and said that the U.S. government had its hand in his government being overthrown. So we gotta unite. We gotta come together. We are one people. The Africa that you see today is not the Africa that we want. You see, during the Berlin Conference of 1884, the Western leaders sat on a table and divided us into pieces of pieces. You know, the Africa map that you see today were created by the West, not us. These are artificial boundaries. Artificial boundaries are created by the West to keep us divided. The West understand that Africa weakness is division. Once Africa is divided, Africa cannot use its resources. Africa cannot enrich itself. You see, Africa is the richest continent on the planet. The West know it, and we know it. But if Africa is the richest continent on the planet, then Africans should be the richest people on the planet. It's simple logic. But right now, Africans are not the richest people on the planet, but Africans are the poorest people on the planet. Why? Because we don't know how to use our own natural resources. The West is controlling us. They are exploiting us. They are disgracing us. Our leaders, The West use our leaders like puppets, like political puppets to steal from us every day. We need to be united. When Africa is united, the West will not be able to control us. The West will not be able to dehumanize us. We have the world youngest population. So we, the youth, we have to understand ourselves, understand how powerful we are, understand how important we are. Everything in this world that we see, life itself began in Africa. So if life began in Africa, everything can restart in Africa. You see, the West call Africa the dark continent, which is very foolish. The sun shines brightest on Africa more than any other continent. Africa has the richest natural resources, and now we are not using our resources for ourselves. We have been exploited, we have been disgraced, we have been dehumanized, we have been, we have been through a lot, through slavery, through everything. We got to come together. We got to be united. No excuses. We are in the right position. We are capable of uniting. The government, we don't have to depend on any government. We need to change our mind. We need to be unbrainwashed. The West have brainwashed us in thinking that everything about us is negative. I want to say something that I think is very important. If you go in the dictionary and it's just the word black and you look for its meaning, you will see that everything negative is connected with the word black. And if you go in the same dictionary and it's just the word white, you will see that everything that is godly, everything that is pure, everything that is good is circulated around the word white. So right within that, the dictionary, those who read the dictionaries were not Africans. Where right within there, they are saying that we are inferior. You see, the word black magic. Black magic means doing magic for evil means, doing evil magic. And the word white magic means doing magic for good means, doing magic for good intention. Now you can see the differences that they are saying that everything that is black is evil, everything that is white is good. To the extent that we Africans, we hate ourselves, to the extent that we try to change our skin color. Some people put on cream to get lighter. Some people, go into surgery like Michael Jackson, try to change themselves. I love myself as an African. I love that I'm black because we Africans, we are the original people of planet Earth. The first man to be created by God, Adam, was a black man. So we have the original skin color of mankind. So therefore, we must love ourselves, love our identity, know who we are. I watch a lot of African leaders speak, Kwame Nkrumah, Mugabe, and all these leaders. Muammar Mugabe, he spoke against the West, against the evil thing that the West was doing to Africa. Guess what the West did? The West said Mugabe was a dictator. The West made Mugabe look like a monster. To me, Mugabe is an African hero, but the West make him look like a monster because he spoke against the West. There are many stories of African leaders who stood against the West, but all these leaders were killed. They were assassinated. I know that you are tired today. I don't want to take much of your time. I have to say that we must unite. We are one people. We are one identity. There is no 54 identities. We are one Africa, one identity, one people. We must have one goal, which is to see Africa rise. Africa must rise, and Africa shall rise. Nothing will stop it. You can stop a revolutionary, but you cannot stop a revolution. I want to thank everyone for listening to me. It means a lot. We are moving forward to unity, and I'm happy for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone who joined me today. Oh my goodness. But, you know, I don't know why we always keep on blaming the West. I don't know, maybe um, I'm too young to understand this. I know, I mean, we've been through slavery, we've been through colonization, we are going through neo-colonialism right now, but we still don't learn. But why we keep on blaming the West? You understand? I don't know, because you see, read the super chat, Brian. I'm coming. I'm gonna read the super chat. For me, I don't understand. Maybe somebody should come and explain to me. I know if you know your history. Yeah, I know the history. Yeah, slavery, colonization. But why are we still? Because they are doing it now. Okay, they're doing it now. But what is the way forward? How can you prevent it? No, somebody said you have to educate yourself. Of course, like, listen, I don't know if you guys get me. I'm not saying that the West has not like a role to play in Africa.
Watch this guy.
Hello. Yeah, I'm back. Hold
Hello?
on. Let me make a point. Yeah. Wait.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Just hold on and let me finish this point that I'm making right now. You know, yeah, because of our history, we need to blame the West. But right now, the people that are leading the continent are now signing agreement with the West. But why we keep on blaming the West? But we have voted people in power that is signing these deals. So why we keep on? I don't understand, because we have selfish people in power, but people are not talking about it. But they keep on talking about the West.
Well, I'm in the car, so it's a bit dark. Hello, my brother Wadamaya. How are you? Long time, brother.
I'm good, Juliet. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm so sorry. I've just left the Blacksit link up at Hyperlink, so I'm in the car on my way home. But I had to talk on this subject because living in Africa and living outside of Africa is two completely different perspectives. So I want to kind of share on both. So when I was living outside of Africa and I looked at a lot of the issues that we had, and I did exactly blame the white man, and rightfully so. And living in Africa, I definitely more so blame the white man, and rightfully so. And I'm going to explain to you why. When you over exploit any people, any nation, or any resource, it creates a vacuum. And that vacuum enables corruption. that vacuum enables people to have scarcity. Now, once you have scarcity, it enables people to, one, use power and authority and control over others who don't. So you have the haves and you have the have-nots. And I saw that in England. You know, living and growing up in England, that's where I, if you like, could see the masters, or no, let me say the experts of corruption. The experts of corruption are in those systems. And you cannot say, oh no, let's not blame colonialism. Oh no, let's not blame slavery. Because you can't undo the legacies that have already been created by them. And these are long-standing legacies. I'll give you an example. I went into a local school.
We have independence. Some countries are 50 years old. Some countries are 40 years old. Why is it happening? Like one person...
Well, I'm nearly 50 years old. Yeah, I mean, not much is going to happen in 50 years when someone's controlled you for 400 years. Yeah, there's been no reparations, and so the reparations have to start. Yeah, because you have to repair the damage. It's like having an open wound. That wound has never healed. And so 50 years is not going to heal a nation after 400 years of damage. And so the fact of the matter is that their education system is still in Africa. Their colonial legal system and political systems, governmental systems, monetary systems, every kind of system is still in Africa. So until we take a leaf out of maybe Rwanda's book and we start to repeal the colonial laws, we're going to keep inheriting these problems. We also have white savior syndrome. Yeah, we think the white man is our savior because that's part of the programming. And we've got to remember that we've been programmed, but we haven't been unprogrammed or deprogrammed. And that is the case. You can't just say, oh, how are we going to solve the problem? You have to undo the problem first. And so we have to look at those solutions. And I'll give you an example. I was just about to say that I went to a local school this week, and Adrian and I donated 518 books to this school. And they were just exercise books, but we realized something has to be done with the reading books. The materials and reading books that are in African schools are the old books I was reading at school. So they're still seeing, you know, Jane Yellow Hat, White Girl, you know, Peter Blue Hat, Blue Boy, and they're still seeing all the superheroes in these books as white people. So the programming hasn't stopped. So if you're asking about, you know, your leaders have gone through the same programming. There has been no deprogramming. And until there is a deprogramming, you're going to keep getting the same results. And so that's why I said there has to be a new generation. And that new generation cannot be born off of the same system. So we have to be accountable for what we're teaching our children. We have to be accountable for, you know, what we're putting in our own minds. Because, yes, there are many women in Africa bleaching their skin and wearing weaves. But why are they doing that? Many of them are doing it to get the attention of black men who are looking at white women. And they see that white person as their ideal beauty, which is not. But it's the programming and the media emphasization of it and the propaganda. And remember that white people come to Africa in their droves, but they don't promote Africa in a positive way. So there's so many oxymorons that have to be undone. But the first thing that we have to do is start to learn to love ourselves and appreciate our culture. And put our culture and put us as Africans before anything else. Because we lack race solidarity. We lack race solidarity, and we lack race priority. We don't put ourselves first. And so once we can start to do that, start to spend black, be black, we don't need to buy any more white designer clothes. They don't want us in our clothes. We don't need to buy them. Let's all buy African clothes. Let's start, you know, building up the African textile industry. Let's start, you know, publishing and making our own children's books, you know, like what Dynas and other people have done and so many other authors have done. Let's start making those books available in African schools. We have so many African authors. Let's start helping them to publish on a more wide-scale basis. Let's learn our stories, our culture, our history, because that's what's been lost. And so we need to get what's been lost in order for us to be found. And that is the crisis point that we're at. So I can't say I'm going to blame any one individual, because it's part of a systemic and institutional programming. And I can see that clearly now. I'm living here in Africa. So, you know, it has to be a wholesale effort on all of our behalves to change the narrative. You started to change the narrative by showing us the Africa we never saw. You've changed the narrative by introducing so many of us to YouTube to change and show a different narrative. Now, what we have to do is go school by school, educational minister by educational minister, country by country. And we need to have something like, you know, Africa needs to be like, for example, when you go to America, you don't need a passport to go to Virginia from New York. We need to get rid of all of these barriers, these fake barriers that they put up, you know, for us to keep us separated. We need to be able to trade freely among ourselves. We need to become self-sufficient. And that's only going to happen when we start to empower ourselves and enable ourselves to, one, believe in ourselves, because we don't believe in ourselves, Wode Maya.
What I'm trying to say is that the people that we voted to take care of us, the people that we voted to make sure that Africa, there's no border, these fake borders within ourselves, are not uniting.
No, because they're programmed. They're programmed. This is exactly it. You've come full circle. So we're voting in people that have got the same programming as us. So how are we going to change things unless we change the next generation? It has to be a generational thing.
What is the way forward? Me, I'm here talking about like solution. What is the way forward?
Education, reprogramming, re-education. You know, there needs to be like a super think tank or an African institute, yeah, where we train our leaders, and our leaders are trained specifically for the leadership of our own people in a way in which they're not going to be manipulated, in a way in which they're not going to be controlled, in a way in which they're not going to seek the money. Because if the political system was changed, turned up on its head, for example, and all leaders had to be volunteers who were just given an allowance, right? And they weren't allowed to get any money from elsewhere, you'd see a different type of leadership. Yeah, because the motivation would be different. It would be about servitude and altruism. But at the moment, it's not. It's about people that are poor then putting themselves in a position where they can, you know, be in a different position later on. And it's all about, you know, enjoying the feeling of that power. So everything needs to change. We need a resource-based economy, because the economic system we're using doesn't work. It doesn't work for Africa. Democracy is another word, but does it really work for Africa? So Africa needs to, you know, maybe a return to African systems, because not everything European is going to work for Africa.
Not everything European will work for Africa. I mean, I would love to ask you so many questions. I got some, because, you know, like sometimes I just feel like the citizens, even because the people that are leading the country are the people that are actually, maybe we need to blame them, you know, because the things that
yes and no. The yes and no. No. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's yes and no. It's yes and no, because we are all leaders of our own destiny. Yeah, every man has the right, every woman has the right to determine their own destiny. Okay, and we're all change makers. Yeah, you came out of a village. Look at what the impact that you're making on the world. Yeah, we are all change makers, and we shouldn't be looking on leadership to lead us. We should be able to lead ourselves to a certain degree. We should be able to, you know, carve a new future. A lot of the people that have changed the world weren't actually in power. Marcus Garvey wasn't president of any country.
Wow. Wow. For Africa to progress, we must stay away from the World Bank and IMF. Okay, stop the Western education. The Western education. You're trying to say education. Sorry. We need to teach our people and the way they can lead correctly. You know, even if you see a Pan-African president, everybody rise against him. You know, but
they call him a dictator. They call them dictators. You know, anyone who's Pan-Africanist, they'll call them a dictator. And they'll, you know, send in the antis, you know, to go and take them out of power or to overturn them, or they'll assassinate them. We've seen this, right? And the thing is, we have to come away from their political systems. That's just it. Just come away from it. Just get rid of it. Throw it out. Put it in the bin. It doesn't work for us. We had empires before that was not built on their systems, and we existed then and we'll exist afterwards. We need to say to them, thanks, but no thanks. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. Africa can be self-reliant on itself. We need to say to them, no thanks, and go back to what we were doing before. Because the world has changed, yes, but systems that we had can still work, and it's been proven. It's been proven to still work, because there are still places in this world, especially if you look in the South Pacific, where they still have their ancient systems, and those people are still living, still thriving, and still working, and it's working well. So, you know, self-dependent.
Wow. Does anyone have a question to ask Juliet? Like, let me know if you have any question. United States of Africa, the power is not given. We have to take it. That is why we fear. Okay. Western democracy is an African enslavement. The sooner we rise, the sooner we rise. Okay. No, I'm not gonna bring anybody again. I'll be here for almost 3 hours.
We give people the power. We've got to remember, we give people the power. Yeah, we give people the power. We elect them. We give them the power. So if there's not adequate scrutiny, if there is not adequate looking at their what their manifestos are, then, you know, ultimately, you know, in the current system, because we have to talk about the system that we're in. Yeah. The current system that we're in, if you don't scrutinize who your next leader is going to be, and then when he comes into power, he does nothing for you, then it's because you didn't scrutinize his ability to do the job in the first place. If he wasn't equipped to do the job in the first place, why did you vote him in?
Somebody saying we have seen numerous leaders assassinated, yet you wonder how the West control the leaders. I'm not saying that I've not seen all these things, but I'm saying that how long? I don't know if you guys get where my message is coming from. How long are we gonna sit back and keep on saying, "Oh, the West has influence in Africa"? Oh no, we need solutions. How long?
Well, the solution is change. The solution is change, Wodamaya. Change starts in a day, Wodamaya. Change starts in a day. Change starts with this conversation right here, right now. Let someone out there help. Send some books. Every African nations, it starts with education. Yeah, we have to re-educate ourselves. And we can re-educate ourselves even just by watching your channel. You know, we were re-educated about Africa by watching your channel. Yeah, the re-education has to change across everything and every subject. Yeah, so that we don't look on, for example, Columbus as some great hero, which he wasn't. Christopher Columbus was a lying, murdering rapist. Yeah, that's what he was in reality. He didn't discover anything in reality. So it's about that re-education.
Yeah. So re-education, someone saying, I hate you, the answer is not rely on those leaders. They are compromised. Yes. So if they are compromised, why are we still voting for them? Why are we still...
Sorry?
It's hard to talk about Africa's problem. It's really hard because even when they steal the money, they don't keep it in the country. They don't develop the country with the money that they steal, and they still take it to the West. You know?
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, it's the leaders that you're choosing that's doing that. If you had to have certain things in place, I went to a conference once and I was really impressed by a gentleman from Sierra Leone who was from the Anti-Corruption League. And the things that they put into place, was so tight, so stringent, so effective, so far-reaching, and the powers that they had were so far-reaching that, you know, it absolutely changed the paradigm of the way in which politics were run in their country. So I think that it's also about putting procedures and policies and interventions into place with sanctions, you know, and consequences. And that can be done by the people. That can be done by the people. But the people have to not be passive. They have to be very much involved in the process. And I think that's where we have the problem, is that many people aren't active in the process. And also many of the old colonial constitutions don't even allow people, for example, if they've left the country and they come back and they're considered to be diasporans, to take office. And these are the people who, you know, may have come back and been educated to think, hang on a minute, this is not the way things are. I've seen really what the white man's doing, because I've lived in his country and it's not right. So I want to change things. These are the same people that are precluded from actually having office or affecting change. So there's lots of things that has to be changed, but everything starts with one step, is what I'm saying. You know, every river starts with one drop. And so we have to start with one drop. And if that drop means getting black books into the school, yeah, into the school, and if it, please, if it means that we can keep moving forward, then that's what we need to do. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to be on side. It doesn't even mean that everyone's going to be pro it or positive. You know, I saw the most negative comments about automatic citizenship, you know, from my own brothers and sisters on there on the continent that aren't realizing that we're their relatives. You know, and we are their relatives. We're their relatives. If you have a sister, Wodamaya, and we're all Africans, yeah? We are all Africans. You have a sister, Wodamaya, yeah? Your sister decides to go to England, right? And your sister has a baby in England, right? Is that baby still not an African? Is that niece or nephew of yours still not an African, regardless of where they were born? So imagine this, yeah, that's us. That's a representation of us.
But that's living off freeway.
Right?
Imagine living taken.
You know, and the thing is that we were taken. We were forced against our will. And, you know, it's some of these same leaders, as you call them, yeah, who are basically, you know, when they're stripped of their position and they no longer are in power, you know, go back to being civilians, basically are, you know, maybe in a certain way being influenced to block the position. But it's only for a matter of time. It's only, my dad, you know, when he was alive, he used to say, Juliet, things and time. Yeah, things and time. And I guarantee you, we will see a united Africa. Yeah, everything will happen at the right time. And it could be forced upon because of this colonial pandemic. It could be a number of different things, but don't despair, my brother, because I see so many positive people. Like yesterday, I was with Ousmane Touré. You know, I was talking to PLO Professor, PLO Lumumba. I speak to so many other people that inspire me and keep me focused on the goal moving forward. So I know that we can succeed, and we will succeed. It's just a matter of time.
Definitely. Juliet, I want to say that thank you so much for being here. I've been here for 3 hours. I would love to give you another time for you to talk to me. So if you don't know who Juliet is a Pan-Africanist. Juliet, now I call you a Pan-Africanist. Living in the Gambia. Yeah, living in the Gambia. I think she was the first channel that we set up in the Gambia. So if you really want to check it out, make sure you go out and what's the Black Sea? The channel name is Black Sea. Yeah, but there's too much drama in the Gambia. Like recently, that I hardly even watch YouTube in the Gambia. I don't know what's going on. Like this is another problem that I have with Africans. Wherever we gather, we fight. We see everything as competition. Juliet, you know, I stopped watching anything from the Gambia because today you hear Gambian YouTuber has done this, Gambian YouTuber has done this. I was just tired. Like, can we just unite?
Just rise above it, bro. We rise above it, bro. We rise above it, okay? Listen, Wode Maya, I need to share something with you just before I go, very importantly. Now, anybody doesn't know about Blacksit, it's BLA space XIT on YouTube. Wode Maya set up my channel, so please come and subscribe. But I just want to say this. Wode Maya, please ignore the drama. I'm going to explain to you something. It's being caused for a reason, okay? It's being caused for a reason because people are coming home. Okay, people are coming home in their droves. They're coming to Gambia in their droves. Now, we know that people aren't going to like that because they're losing money in their economy. So they set people up to create conflict. We rise above that, brother. Yeah, we rise above that because you know what? We know it's going to happen. Yeah, we anticipated this. So we rise above it and we keep going. Just keep coming home. People are going to say all kinds of things and lies about me. I don't really care. Just come home. Just come home. Everybody, just come back to Africa. Get out of the West and come back to the best. We will sort out our problems because we must. It's just as simple as that.
All right. Juliet, thank you so much. I just shared your channel.
I love you.
I love you, bro.
We love you, Wode Maya. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll definitely come visit very soon. And thank you so much. I just all right, Juliet, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. All right.
Okay, we love.
Okay, so I'm done for today. I just want to say that I'm super tired. Truly brought me pizza, but I couldn't eat because I was talking to you guys. Now my pizza, how do you call it? It's cold now, eh? Oh, you see the love that I have for you, eh? Even I have to abandon the food that my girlfriend brought for me, and then I have to stay here and talk to you all. I don't know, like I'm super tired, super exhausted. I'm starting my videos in Nairobi tomorrow. Yeah, so if you know anyone who has an interesting story that needs to be shared in Nairobi, please hit me up. Please hit me up. Please hit me up. It's not easy, man. It's really not easy, but this is what I've decided to do. I know it's ups and downs, but nothing will stop me from doing what I enjoy doing. I've seen a lot of you been here since I started this live stream. It's been 2 hours, 51 minutes. Just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Right on, Sister Juliet. Be strong. I miss you, Wode Maya. I miss you more, brother. Okay, so you all, I want to say thank you so much. It's just all about Pamoja Milele. South Africa loves you. Ace. Wow. Thank you. South Africa loves me. I appreciate it. Thank you, Vicky. Peace and love, Pamoja Milele. This one, Ayamaya. Okay, big ups, Wode Maya. We love you and we appreciate you. I would just want to say I love each and every one of you. Saying this money is to help go towards buying you a new drone if you didn't replace it. Big ups to Juliet and her husband. Thank you so much, Ellie. I'm definitely gonna replace my drone very soon. Yeah, but I'm in Kenya right now. A brother borrowed me his drone, and when I get back to Ghana, I definitely get a new one. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. You have done enough. Eric Newman, a big shout out to you. Wode Maya, please advertise ABB to me. ABB to me. I think it's a YouTube channel owned by I forgot his name. God. There's too much in the head right now. Yeah, but you all should check www.abb2me. Yeah. Why come I can't remember his name? Jeez. Okay, what's his name? Okay. The name is gone. I can't even think far. Okay, so thank you so much for Cambon. Yeah, Dr. Cambon. Yeah. How come I forgot that? Thank you to each and every one. Can I get this emoji? Pamoja Milele. Just give me this emoji, the first emoji, and then type Pamoja Milele. It's a Swahili word that means is it together forever. Yeah, Pamoja Milele. Now I speak Swahili. Those of you who try to insult me in Swahili, I can actually reply you. Sasa habari yako, Mizuri sana. Hey, habari ya Johnny. Habari ya Johnny. Good evening to each and every one of you. It's your favorite village boy, Mr. Ghana Baby. Pamoja Milele. Man, I want to go, but I still got 800 people watching me. That's amazing. Please, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video. Maya Koda Mikoda CCI. It's 11:22 in Nairobi right now, and I'm just gonna go to bed. So I just want to say thank you to each and everyone. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Appreciate it.